baby, you got what I need. I don't know what song to start with, so I start with one I've already started with, so that's not what I want. Welcome, everybody. I'm trying to get... First off, that was a crazy City-Chelsea game. And I just have to recapture myself after losing that Cancelo clean sheet and bonus point in the 92nd minute to that Hudson-Odoi goal. Great ball by Havertz, by the way. That was a thing of beauty. Oh, I thought I had it wrapped with 7 points. The only good news about that is I had DS on the bench who would have got me 6. I would have been a little upset I benched him, but I would have rather had 7 points. Anyway, crazy match we had. Another good game week in the books. We had, I think, let's see with anything. United beat Villa 2-1. You can say what you want. Well, I guess that penalty happened. Spurs beat Leeds 3-0. Is Shardul here? Shardul, our captaincy paid off, man. Arsenal back. Can they build on this and start? Can Arsenal build on this and get going for the next couple game weeks? All right. Anyway, let's get into some comments right off the bat. Time to get KDB in for Salah. Ooh, Gus. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I love KDB. I'm a big fan. It's gonna have to go down to. I'm trying not to get over like the knee-jerk reaction of what just happened, but KDB in for Salah, man. It's hard to give up Salah. That's all I'm gonna say. It's hard to give up Salah, but KDB looking prime for these next few game weeks. It'd be hard for me to. I just love him so much, but that one's tough. All right, hey Kobe, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate all y'all. Hopefully you had a good Green Arrow this week. Had a good week. No, we still have one more game to go with the Liverpool match. But shout out to everyone showing up. I see Kobe's in the chat. Gus, Alex. See if I can scroll down. Gotham, Patrick. Good to see you all here, man. Let's see. Not a good night. Thankfully, 1 plus 11 points coming off the bench. That's good, Alex. I'm glad that Soucek came off the bench for you. That is, that's frustrating. That would have been frustrating to have 11 points on your bench, but you're not alone in that, I'm assuming. Just lost 4 points. Yeah, I'm saying, man. Cancelo was on bonus as well. He was up to 7 points, and then just a moment of lapse. I think that was their second shot on target. Chelsea, all game. Second shot on target. Just an absolute kick to the face, man. Hudson scored, no clean sheet for Cancelo. I know, man. That is just... Oh. And the worst thing was I was setting up the stream, and I looked and I was like, okay, hopefully we get a clean sheet with this. Please take off Cancelo and lock it in. I walk away and I'm setting up the stream, and I pull up my laptop again and I see 2-1. Oh, just gotta love it, man. Gotta love FPL. Soucek or Soucek, I'm gonna bench boost 19. So if I had to pick between those, I'm assuming. Oh, this for 19. I'm probably gonna go. That's such a tough question. If I had to choose, I'm more of a Saka fan than a Soucek fan. So I'm going to say Saka here. I think Arsenal have a really good run of fixtures for the next 5. So does Soucek, to be fair. Soucek has West Brom and Burnley in 19. So probably Soucek is a better option for that one game week. After that, I think Saka's a better call. But I think for 19 alone, I'm going to go ahead and say Soucek. But give me some time to think about that one. I've got my bench boost sorted for game week 19. That's good. Good. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are going to be bench boosting in 19, free hitting. Oh, I don't know. Are you guys free hitting in 18 now that United have their match in 18? Reguilon or Chilwell out? I'd probably go Reguilon. He just doesn't start enough for me to warrant a squad at 5'5", 5'6", whatever he is, 5'7". I don't think that warrants enough. Chilwell's more guaranteed, and I really like their fixtures moving forward. I mean, I like both of their fixtures too. So if I pull up their fixtures real quick, Arsenal have, if you can see here, this is a bad way of showing it. Not Arsenal, Chelsea. Chelsea have Fulham, Leicester, Wolverhampton, can't score. Burnley don't score. Tottenham, yeah, they're good, but then Sheffield and Newcastle. So I see a lot of clean sheets in there. And if we go to Tottenham have Sheffield, can't score. Liverpool, Brighton. So I think I'd probably have Chilwell just because, again, I think he's more nailed in to start week in, week out than Reguilon. Wouldn't blame you for putting Chilwell out. Yeah, I mean... that was just gutting. 3 goals today. 3 goals today, and then they had 3 against Arsenal too, right? Those are the last 2 matches they played, if I'm not mistaken. Rough, man. All right. Let's see. I got to catch up on... I'm going to try to be fast on comments today. See if we can get it. Is Bowen good enough? Oh, wait. That's not where I'm at. What's up, Gotham? I hope I say your name right every time. I just think of Dark Knight. Wouldn't blame you for putting Chilwell? Okay, Chilwell attacks more than Reguilon. I agree. Reguilon's attacking numbers kind of are underwhelming from what I was looking at. And again, he just doesn't get enough playing time, man. That's my thing. Is Bowen good enough? I think he's a really good player. I just think that there are so much better options in FPL than Bowen. I think if you're going to go for a punt in 19, it could pay off. But I think there's so many better options than Bowen at his price range, and even lower. You have Rafinha, you have Soucek, who's balling out right now and is playing at right wing. Because the beginning of the season, Soucek was playing as a left wing back, but now he's as a right winger, and that's really good for Soucek. I think you have Jack Harrison, you have Soucek, who's balling out. I know I'm missing some names in that price range, but just off the top of my head, I think there are a lot better options than Bowen. Who to captain, Don? Who to captain? Oof. We're pretty early for capsy calls, I'm not going to lie, going into 18. Well, this is not early, but I haven't thought about it, is what I'm trying to say. I think probably the best one, if you have Kevin De Bruyne, I think he's probably the best one. Brighton just lost Basuma. He's not going to be playing in that match. And so I'd probably say KDB would be my number one choice off the top of my head. I'd probably say Bruno after that, and then Harry Kane, in that order. KDB, Bruno, Harry Kane. Just off the top, I haven't done enough research on it yet, but as of right now, hey, Shardul, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Shardul, we did it. If you missed it, me and Shardul were sitting here. Was it Friday before the deadline? We did a deadline stream, and we're debating who to captain. I had my captaincy pick on Mo Salah, and both of us last minute switched it to Harry Kane. Something I don't like to do, but it was early in the morning in California, and I was feeling myself. And we switched it to Kane last minute, and as soon as he scored that goal, I was thinking of you. How incredible. How incredible. Oh, man. Clean sheet gone. Absolutely gutting. Absolutely gutting. I can't even. As soon as I saw that cross, I just. Oh, God. Oh, man. It is what it is, man. That's the beauty of FPL, right? Bro, please check my two teams, the cup opponents. Yes, it's size 11, and I'll try to be quick because I'm really behind on comments already, and I'm trying to be a little bit better at that. Shout out to Bim Bat Boom on top of the mini league. This is one. I think this is I don't remember your other one. I know it's size 11. I don't remember the second one. Let's see. Okay, so right now you're at 61 points, if y'all could see. And Ina didn't play, so you got Dallas coming in for one. So you're at 62 with Salah still to go. Salah and Adams still to go. You're on a good week. A good week. As far as your mini league opponent, is changed name. Is at 59. 59, and they still have solid captain. Oh. And McCarthy, but McCarthy's out. McCarthy will not be playing. He has COVID, and so he's going to miss the Liverpool match. So he won't get any points for keeper. So it's going to be Mo Salah captain against Salah and Adams. And you're up 2 points. Up 3 points. This one's coming down to the wire. Coming down to the wire. Oh, that's rough. Cancelo to Tierney, at what transfer? I don't think I would get rid of Cancelo. I still think I still think with his schedule coming up, I would not drop him. I do like the idea of getting in an Arsenal defender. I think I said that last week, but I don't know if I would drop Cancelo to do so. I mean, I might go cheaper and bring in Holding. It seems like he's nailed on for a little bit longer at least. But personally, I want to get rid of Cancelo, but Tierney does look good, especially with their fixtures coming up. They have a great run of fixtures here ahead of them. Yo, bro, I'm 84 points. Shout out Ryan, baby. Ryan on 84. That's awesome. That's got to be huge this week. I'm assuming the average is about 50 or somewhere around there, 45 maybe. I don't know, actually. I'm just kind of spitballing. But that is huge this game week. Incredible, Ryan. Camera goes off. First time. Son got me 24 points as well. Oh, nice one with Kane. Yeah. Son and Kane, the best duo since Method Man and Redman. Since, I don't know. Who else is good? Doug Funny and, was it Skeeter? In the show Doug? I don't know. I'm trying to think of some dope duos. But yeah, they're on fire. They're on fire. I think both my cup opponent and my mini league opponent had Son and Kane, and one of them were captain. Gosh dang it, Son. Son is giving me a headache. Let Salah blank. I hope not. Oh, for your sake, I hope Salah blanks because you're playing against him in your mini league. He punishes the rank of his non-owners. Yeah, I think for me, where I'm at, my ranking right now, the effective ownership of Son is about like 99%. So every point he scores is essentially a point against me, and just, at what point am I going to bring Son back for the third time this season? Henning, what's up? Henning, D Production. How'd you guys do this week? How are you guys doing? First off, more importantly, how are you guys doing? Good to see you guys here. What's up, Don? Good game week for you. I had 60 points. Ooh, waiting on Salah and Robertson. Kept Soucek on the bench for 11. Oh, that's gutting, but that just sucks. There's no other way to say it. I mean, I feel like it just sucks. Just sucks. But as far as 60 points, that's huge. I'm at 58 right now. Could have been better if Hudson-Odoi didn't get subbed on, and neither did Kai Havertz, but it is what it is. 60 points, though, that's a great week, D-Production, with Salah and Robbo to go. Yeah, that's going to be nice for you. Bro, I benched Soucek. So rough. I think a lot of people did. It's so hard. It's just tough. There's no other way for me to say it. That's just hard. 11 points on the bench. That sucks. Man. Is Soucek for sure? Like, if I've always said, I've said on here before, and I'm guilty of it, that Soucek is a great bench option. But at what point do I get over my pride and say he should start week in, week out? You look at his last numbers. I'll pull it up real quick for you. You look at his last numbers, and he is in fuego, man. Look at this. He's got, over his last few games, 8 points, 9 points, 2, 2, 10, 3, 11. So essentially that's 17, 19, 21, 31, 34, 45. 45 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 45 divided by 7 is about 6.5, something like that. So he's averaging 6.5 points over his last 7 matches. Man, Soucek. The best player I never had. 56 with Salah captain, Martinez and Soufal coming on. Martinez giving you 3, Soufal giving you 11. That's up to 70 points. Kobe getting a 70-pointer again. Kobe. 70 with Salah captain. That is phenomenal, Kobe. That's phenomenal. I'm 10 minutes behind. All right. Let Adam score and Salah blank. For your sake, yeah, I hope so. I need Salah and Ward-Prowse to get 14 points to win my cup. I hope Ward-Prowse goes off. I hope he does, man. Good news for Salah owners and bad news for Gotham here is McCarthy's out with COVID, so he'll miss that match. And Vestergaard's still out, so Southampton are lacking a bit. Hudson-Odoi, man. Hudson-Odoi goes on my wall of shame right now. Oh, the absolutely gutting. Oh, man. If I make a team selection video, I'm probably going to make like a 2-minute section of that just dedicated to Hudson-Odoi and how beautiful that finish was, but how upset about it I am. So now 64 with Salah and Robbo to play. Huge game week. That is awesome. You're going to be up most likely. I should say most likely. You never know with FPL, but that's a great week so far. Simon with a 74-pointer? Dang. There's a lot of big points on here. I should mention too, if we like to celebrate when people score a lot of points, but if you scored, in the 20s, it happens. That's the beauty of FPL is one week it'll be 70, next week it could be 20. And hopefully this stream is here to cheer you up a little bit and we can, laugh it off a bit. But congratulations, Simon. That is awesome. My wild card was on your Discord. Thoughts on it? Yeah, let me go to it real quick. My original thoughts on it, actually, I don't know if I think I look. Here it is. Your wild card is right here. Leno and goal, I like that a lot. You have Fernandez, who has a really good fixture this week. Cresswell's a baller. I think it's your updated one, right? I think you sent one before. I like the second one you sent earlier, but this one right here, I like Cresswell. He's an absolute baller. They have a good run of fixtures for quite some time. You're doubling up with Soufal. That's great for 19. I like Dallas. You have Fernandez will be probably your 4th defender most weeks, but I like that a lot so far. Bruno, Son, Salah, KDB, and Saka. So you went with Saka instead of Rafinha this time. Ain't mad at that at all. And Watkins, Bamford, Wilson. That gives you a good rotating player and some really solid bench depth. The only thing I might do is maybe I keep Steer. I was gonna say I don't know if there's any cheap keepers out there. Maybe 4-4 for Brighton, but you don't have any money yet left in the bank. I like this a lot. I think you have a really solid squad here. Really solid. You have big hitters in Bruno, Son, Salah, KDB, and you have really good cheap. I like it. I'm a big fan of it. If I'm not on stream, when I get off the stream, I'm gonna look more into it so I could dive deeper into it. But at first glance, I really like it. That is your squad, right? I'm assuming that's your squad. Dylan, yeah, okay, Dylan, make sure. I think you sent one, yeah. Let's see if I can catch up on comments right quick. Oh, I'm way behind. My league code. My league code is P8XY2K. I'll put it up on the screen real quick. If you want to join the Donatello's mini league, I wish I could do more. I say this all the time. I wish I could do more for you guys, but the best I can do is give you guys a shout out for right now until Rihanna sponsors my stream. Until then, that's my code P8XY2K. D Production says De Gea, Bellerin, Stone, DS, Wan-Bissaka, Yedlin, Bruno, Son, KDB, NATO, Potence, Cover, DCL, Wilson, Kane. What do you think about a free hit squad for 18? Yeah, I think this is solid. Yedlin's starting to get some playing time, and Newcastle have a really good opponent this week. I think they play Sheffield off the top of my head. And go USA, you know what I mean? Let's see. I like it. Bellerin is a really good option. I mean, if you want to go cheaper, you could go Holding, but I really like the Bellerin shout. Love the Bruno. Love the Bruno pick. He'd probably be my captain from what I'm seeing. My only concern is Wan-Bissaka DS. Really solid defense. Really solid front line. Best front line you could probably get this week. My only concern is Potence. Now, I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to see the match, but I saw that he wasn't in the squad, if I'm not mistaken. He definitely didn't start. I don't think he was in the squad, and so that does worry me a wee bit. But if he's not going to play, then I would probably say Saka is a really good option too for Potence. But I think off the top, first glance, I think that's a solid squad. My team this week is Leno, DS, Holding. Great backline. Mitchell, who's back in the starting 11. Salah, Grealish, Fernandez, Son captain, love it. Saka, Kane, DCL. Beautiful. That's an incredible free hit squad. I think somewhere around there you have two. I think you have two, if I'm not mistaken. The only thing you're missing that I would personally like would be KDB, but it looks like I don't think you're free hitting. So yeah, I think that's a solid squad. Hey Don, Mr. Enigma, what's up? Mr. Enigma. Oh, you're talking about this week for Gameweek 18 or 17, 16, Gameweek 16, whatever we're on. Yeah, that's why you scored so many points. That's a ball in lineup right there. Holding right there, coming through with the 10 piece. Oof. That's nice. I think I talked about it on my stream. I was debating going Holding or DS, and I went DS for the long run. And this 1 week punished me for sure. Man, what a good lineup. Mr. Enigma, what's up, man? Hey Don, how did you do this week? I'm at 58 points right now, thanks to the Hudson-Odoi goal, and I feel pretty good about it. Honestly, especially considering I wasn't expecting too much from Bamford, Rafinha, Dyer, and Cancelo, to be fair. So 58, I'll take it for sure, man. And you have 76. 76 with Salah and McCarthy to play. The only bad news, Mr. Enigma, is McCarthy's not going to be playing. He has COVID, so he's going to be out. So that sucks. But 76 points with Salah still to play, that's huge. I think you're in top 100K now, right? If I'm not mistaken. Also, good to see you here again. Henning, 74 points to Salah and Robbo to play. Captain Kane, oh my gosh, that's incredible. Henning, incredible week. Yeah, it's a really good week. Yeah, Lacazette too. Lacazette, that's a good shout. I know people were nervous because he wasn't. No, Lacazette, yeah, good shout. Would be on 94 points right now, but Diaz could. 94 would have been epic. Oh man, yeah, that is. I'm gonna say it a lot on the stream, but man, that Hudson-Odoi and Havertz connection really annoyed me today. Antonio Adams or Watkinson for 19. Well, I like Antonio a lot, but my only concern is how much playing time he's gonna get. They're going to ease him back into things. They're not going to force him in, so I don't know if he'll be playing in both games, or even if he does play in both games, it won't be like a ton of minutes. From what I would guess, of course, we still have a lot of time and a lot of pressures to go through. If he was to play both games full 90 minutes, Antonio would for sure be the call. But because of that, I'm probably going to lean on the probably Shea Adams, probably be what I would say. Watkins just has two really tough fixtures. They have Everton and City. So one of those are incredibly tough. Maybe he comes away with a goal in the Everton match, but that's tough. I'd probably say Adams top of my head. Hit my free hit. Got okay, here we go. De Gea, Tierney, Diaz, Stones. Love the back line. Son, Fernandez, Sterling, Rashford. Ooh, couple of differentials there. Saka, Wilson, Kane is the plan. I like that plan a lot, man. I see you're going Sterling over the KDB route. I'm not mad at it. Sterling should have scored that goal that KDB ended up putting in. But I'm not mad at that at all. Rashford, I love the call with Rashford. Bro, please tell me my transfer plans because 19, because I'm going to be using my free hit in 18. Look at it real quick. Let's see. So your team will go back to what it is here. Like, there it is there. All right, here we go. So if I were you and I had .2 in the bank, not too much cash to float with. You have Dallas on the bench. You have Bowen. I mean, Soucek has a double. I'm keeping. I'm starting. Solid double. Bruno double. Shea Adams, maybe. Bamford has a double. I'm keeping. Vardy has a double. I'm keeping. Justin Soufal. I'd probably put in Dallas. Dallas over Aina. Maybe I swap Bowen out for Rafinha. But that would give you triple leads. If you're not scared, go to church. Shout out Ice Cube. If I were you, I'm not the biggest Bowen fan, so I'd probably look to get rid of. Again, Rafinha for me would be off the top of my head the first I would do. But if you want to keep Bowen and play him, I don't know how much else you could do. I like Adams. Dang. I'm trying to look at your squad real quick. Maybe James Justin to Holding. No, Holding doesn't have a double in 19. I think you want that double. Dang. Yeah, I don't know, man. How much does Aina cost? 4.5. You can't do much with 4.7. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me. I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna get back to you on that. Comment on one of my last videos or something, or jump on my Discord and ask me about it. But I need some more time to look at that. Beer on me, Don. Let's go. Teleport to Sweden. Yeah. How do you say thank you in Swedish? Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, man, I'm so far behind. Thank you in Swedish. Tack. Did I say that right? Oh. Yeah, I'm going to say tack. I don't know if that's how you say it, but tack. I know, for real. That was so sick. All right, let's catch up. I'm way too far behind. I'm scrolling back through, and yeah. We'll be on 94. I'm gonna buy you a drink. Hurts being a Chelsea fan, not gonna lie. What are your thoughts? What's the plan from here? Are you a Lampard out? You think it's time to go? Yeah, it's a rough couple of games for sure for Chelsea fans. I mean, you're looking really good going into the Arsenal match. Top 4 was in your grasp, and now you're, I think, 8th right now. Tough, man. You have good players. I was talking to Wilbur about it, and I mean, you have an incredibly well-crafted squad, but Lampard needs to go, says Alex. Southampton keeper is out. That's correct. Southampton keeper has COVID. Good shout, Corey. How long is Fabianski out for? I haven't heard any news on Fabianski. I'll have to look that up after the stream or after I catch up on comments. I'm not sure. The new manager that has good tactics, hopefully. Oh, man. I saw Andy from Let's Talk FPL say that Ole is not for hire. I thought it was pretty funny. Can you check my team? Yes, Tark. 71st. I'm thinking of putting Stones. Whoop. That's the sound of the police. KRS-One, man. I really liked his new album, by the way. It was fire. All right. 71 Centurions. I'm a Centurion. That was my high school logo. Anyway, I'm thinking of putting Stones in for Lewis for Gameweek 18 and Antonio in for Kane. And Antonio in for Kane and Rashford in for Zaha for the double game week. Okay, so I really like bringing in Stones, period. I think that's a great call, especially for Lewis. I think that's I would do that for sure. My only worry with dropping Kane, even though he has a double game week, is I'm not sure how much time Antonio is going to get. And I still back Kane because he has Sheffield United. And so I still back Kane to outscore a lot of players with double game weeks, for me personally. So that's a kind of a tough one. But I think this is a great. I love your idea of getting in Bruno for Zaha though. So I do love that. If that's what you have to do, take out Kane to bring in Rashford, I'm okay with that. But I still like Kane for that Sheffield United match. And Antonio, I don't know how much playing time you'll get. Managers making teams overperform like Leeds, and Bielsa is good. I don't know exactly how you say his name, but he is. I love the way that Leeds play, man. They play with so much passion. You could tell that Bielsa has the same kind of passion, and it's just when you hang out with somebody and they have that certain smile, and it just makes you happy. That's kind of how Bielsa is, man. He's the kind of manager that just, you hang around him and you're going to be successful. That's what it seems like from the outside looking in, is that if you just know this guy, if you hang around him, you're going to be better at whatever you do. Now, I think he's phenomenal. I think he was in like top 4 manager of the year right now in voting, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if Fabianski will be back. As soon as I catch up on comments, I'll look that up. I'm so sorry. I wish I knew more. I heard Adams isn't starting. Is that true? Haven't heard that at all either. Let me Google both of those right quick. See if I can find anything real quick. I'm giving myself a time limit to find out. Fabianski is good news. According to ex-West Ham employee, Fabianski's injury is not that serious, does not require operation, so Fabianski misses a Stockport game, but might be available for the next league game. So from what it sounds like. That's the first tweet I read. As far as Shea Adams not starting, I don't think he wouldn't start. I don't know why he wouldn't. It seems like he would. I haven't heard anything about it on Twitter, so I'm just kind of going off of Twitter. As far as, I could just do this. This is a way better option for me than doing that way. West Ham, Fabianski. Let's get back to the top. Yeah, it doesn't say anything there. Okay. All right, where we at? I haven't heard any Adams news. Pulisic had a bad game. He did. I'm still expecting a lot from Pulisic this year going in. I think at some point he's gonna click. They have a really good, they have a good run of fixtures, if I'm not mistaken, over the next like 6 or 7 weeks. So hopefully he starts clicking, because I just love me some Pulisic. Don't get rid of City players. Look at their fixtures. I agree. I'm not getting rid of any of my City players at all. Cancelo and Diaz are the only ones I have, and they ain't going nowhere. Your cup opponent points. Mine has 57. 57, but I think he has Walker Peters coming on for Taylor, and McCarthy's not going to start, and he has Martinez, so he has 60. That clean sheet wipeout hurt me, and essentially I lost now. Because we both have Salah and Robbo. That's the only 2 players I have left. He has Walker Peters, and he beat me. So I'm out. Dang. I can't keep on losing you over complications. Gone too soon. I'm out of the cup. The Don has been eliminated. I'm thinking it's time to drop Zuma. What are your insights on Stone? It seems like Stone has I think, yeah, my camera going off. Yeah, classic Don right there. One day I'll make a shirt that says, or I'll make a hat or something that says camera golf. My thoughts on Stone is I was doing a lot of research on it. I was talking to Blues FPL or Adam FPL. I can't forget which one. I'm sorry. But I was talking to them about it, and it seems like Stones is nailed on. I mean, Ake has a hamstring issue Laporte has a hamstring issue, and Ake's still out. And so that's why Stones is for sure starting. I think when one of those get healthy, maybe Stones is at risk, and I do worry about that. But from all the forums I'm reading with Man City, it seems like Stones and Diaz is what they believe their best center back duo to be. But as far as Pep, I think that when Laporte or Ake get hurt, I think that they give him an opportunity, and I think Stones is the one that goes to give him that opportunity. But right now, Stones is looking really good. If you look at my team, yes, Kobe, I can. It'll have to be fast, though, so I can catch up. Because I'm 18 minutes. Oh, my. I'm so sorry. If you're sticking around by the time I answer your question, thank you. Thank you. I truly mean it. 57 points. Fabianski is out. You got Martinez coming in. So you got 60. Big shot with Tierney, man. Woof. And you got Sioux Fall coming in. So you got 66 with Salah captain to go. Unreal. All right, so if I were you, maybe drop Reguilon down to Dyer. Dyer is more nailed on for Tottenham than Reguilon is. Maybe even go. What I would do is I would drop my camera. I would drop Reguilon down to Diaz or Cancelo, and because you have good coverage with Sioux Fall and Dallas. So if Cancelo doesn't start, you got one of those guys coming in. Chilwell and Tierney I still like for the long run. 18 points. Oh my gosh. Shout out Usher. I really like your squad. Yeah, that's the first thing I would do. Reguilon just not nailed on enough for me to warrant that 5.7 range. All in all, though, phenomenal week again. Again, a phenomenal week. Let's see. Soucek or Sacha? I think for me, for the Gameweek 19, I'd rather have Soucek. For the long run, I'd rather have Saka. If that answers your question. Because Saka only has one game in Gameweek 19. And Soucek has West Brom and Burnley, 2 incredible fixtures. I'm going Soucek over Saka for Game Week 19. After that, I like Saka better. Bro, if I use free hit in 18, will I be... No, you will not get 2 free transfers in 19. As soon as you use your free hit, no matter how many transfers you have going into it, you have 1 transfer the week after, and your team will go back exactly how it was in Game Week 17. If you make a transfer right now and then use your free hit, it'll still go back to what your Game Week 17 squad was. Time to get out Salah for KDB? I don't think so. I still think I hold on to Salah. I mean, if you want to do that move, I think it's still a good move. I just think for me personally, I'd rather have Salah than De Bruyne. But I get why, especially with the fixtures coming up. Oh, that is looking juicy for KDB. So I'm not against doing it, but for me, I'm sticking with Salah. I played Soucek and Sufal on bench Dallas and Bowen in the last minute. Great call. Great call. I did this because you told me to do so. Oh, man. I get super nervous every time I give advice, man, but this time it paid off. So I'll take this one, but I'm sure there's a couple other ones that kind of hurt me a little bit. But I'm glad it worked out, man. I'm glad it worked out for sure. It makes me really happy that you scored 17 extra points. Is it time for DCL out for you? Yes, Ryan, DCL is out. I was going to do a PowerPoint presentation on this today. I was going to make some graphics, so when someone asked me this question, which was going to happen, I had some graphics up. But essentially, I was diving into DCL because he hasn't scored since game week... he hasn't scored since game week 11 against Burnley and Fulham. So last 3 teams he scored against were Burnley, Fulham, and Newcastle. So he's not scoring up against tough squads right now. And I was looking up his stats. The first 9 game weeks, he was averaging about 0.6, 0.7 expected goals per game per 90 per game. And since then, over the last 7 game weeks, it's dropped down to 0.3. So he's dropped down half. He's dropped down by half, right? By 50% over the last 7 game weeks. Same thing with shots on target. He went from 2 a game, 2 point something, down to 1. And so all of his production has dropped significantly by 50%. So for me, DCL, it's time to go. I didn't get him at that 7 mil price range, so I'm not worried about losing too much value in him. Until his fixtures flip, he's a no-go for me. And my plan right now is in Game Week 19, I'll also have 2 free transfers. DCL will be out. It's just who's coming in for him. I'm probably going to bring in a Shea Adams. Shea Adams will then be on my bench. And I'm either going to bring in Soucek or I'm going to bring in Chilwell. One of those 2. But yeah, for me, DCL, everything's dropped. I can pull it up in a second. Well, as soon as I catch up, I'll pull up more statistics for you. But yeah, he doesn't look good right now. Caleb Hudson-Odoi, can you look at my team? Also my cup opponent. Yeah, Blues FPL. Also, thanks for throwing that knife in my back, man. No, I'm just playing. Also, shout out Billy Gilmore, man. You're Blues FPL on YouTube, right? Or did you change your name? Did you change your name? I think you changed your name. Yeah. You're Happy Gilmore. You Happy Gilmore now? If you're not Happy Gilmore, I'll go back and look at you later. But you said you had 56 points, so this should be you. Did you say 56 points? All right, here he is. All right, 59 points. No, yeah, you had Hudson-Odoi. I don't think this is your squad. But even though it says Blues FPL on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm going to stay here. I'm going to say this is your squad for now. Let's go to the bottom, see if it is yours. You ain't commenting. I'm just kidding. 59 with Salah and Robertson left, you said. And yeah, all right, this is you. Dope squad, man. Incredible game week so far. You have great call with the captaincy on Son. Salah, Robbo, so you can still have a huge game week for you. Soucek on the bench hurts, so hopefully Salah doesn't play for you. James Justin, I heard he lost his he was at 9 points before goal in the 82nd. I was sleeping at the time, so I don't know because it was at 6:30 in the morning on me Sunday. And I'm lost where I am at. Lost without you. I could put you in a log cabin. That's not what I'm thinking of. Wow. Buy you a beach house in Idaho. I forgot how that's thinking about you. I don't know how it's not in my head right now. Let's see. Great game week so far, man. Incredible game week. You're at that. Let's see. DS, good call. I would have been very upsetting to have 11 and a 6 on your bench. All right, so the person you're playing is Hyperion 11. He has KW. He has Walker Peters and Salah captain. So it's essentially going to come down to Mo Salah. I don't see Walker Peters doing too well, and if he does do well, then Salah doesn't play well and you're good. So it's just going to come down to how well Salah's going to do. You have a decent lead right now. So let's hope Salah doesn't do well for your sake this week, or Robbo does it, or Robbo goes off. Do you think Fabianski can play in 19? At this moment, it sounds like he might play in 19. He might. I think it's still a risk, but from what I was just able to read really quickly, it seems like he might play in 19. 74 points to solid captain Charlie. That's incredible. Oh man, I'm jealous. You could be up for a huge game week. You already had a huge game week. What am I saying? Hey Don, how are you? I'm doing really well. Ahmed, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. It's been a bit gloomy today in Southern California, which isn't usually. Yeah, it rained the other day. It never rains in Southern California. Lil Wayne said that. Hope you're doing well. Spurs and Arsenal are back in form. Yeah, Arsenal are back, man. Are they back? I mean, it was one game week and it was against West Brom, so I'm still kind of a little hesitant, but their fixtures look really good, and I think Arsenal can really get going, and Spurs look nice. And they played exactly how they wanted to play. They lost the possession battle 65-35, something like that, and won 3-0. Thoughts on my free hit? Darlow, I like a lot. In goal, Diaz, Tierney, Maguire's, Smith. All right, so your back line, I like a lot. That back four, including your keeper, big fan. Smith Rowe is looking juicy for that 4.4 range. He's averaging, I think, like 6 points per game over his last couple. He had an assist yesterday. He looks good. He's playing in a can for Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken. Bruno, Sterling, KDB, love it. Sakis, you're doubling up on cheap Arsenal middies. Wilson, Kane. I like that. I think that's a really solid squad so far. Your bench is Sanchez, Brewster, Kilman, and Shar. Yeah, I think that's a solid squad, man. I think that's a solid squad. Big time. Big time fan of that, Corey, off the first glance. What to do with Bowden? For me, I'm getting rid of him. He's gone. I got rid of him a couple game weeks ago, and I'm not upset about it at all. He's just not doing much, man. I know he's on set pieces, and he gets a good amount of shots off. I don't think so anymore, though. But for me, there are way better options at a cheaper price than having Bowen. So for me, he's out. He's out of here. I gotta turn my phone on mute. Oh, Barcelona just launched their lineup. I gotta check what that is when I catch up. 21 minutes. All right. So many people joining the league. So many people joining the league makes me drop. Yeah, I have a good week, and I have a green arrow in all my leagues except for this one gives me a red because people join. I love it though, man. 57 Mosquito, 57 points with solid left. That's a huge week. Mate, you need to get a Scotland trip. I want to bad. I want to really badly. Once COVID ends up, I think Scotland is definitely on my radar, man. Scotland's I hear it's just so green there, so beautiful. My team is there any good surf spots in Scotland, by the way? Any good places to surf? Obviously, I'll be wearing like a 7mm wetsuit. Not 7mm, but I'll have to be wearing a really thick wetsuit. My team for next week will be Martinez, Tierney, Cancelo, Reguilon, Grealish, El Ghazi, Bruno, Salah, DCL, Kane, Wilson. No free hit needed, just a -8. The -8 is hefty. Hefty. But that squad looks incredibly good. Incredibly juicy. Abrar says 77 points, Salah left, 33 in your league. Hey, that is phenomenal. 77 with Salah left, incredible. Also, how nice is it that I'm streaming so early? Now there's not an afternoon game. I got Melier for my double game week 19 bench keeper. I like that. That's good. That's a good shout. Thanks for the heads up on McCarthy. Saves me some disappointment tomorrow. You mentioned my rank. I've crept up to 48K. Woo! Mystery Enigma, man. See, that's what happens when you listen to Tribe Called Quest. Thanks for producing another quality stream. Hey, I appreciate that. I know I'm like 20 minutes behind, so I don't know how quality it is right now, but I try my best. Thank you so much. 48 Cal, yeah. Incredibly well done. How do I join Discord? Yeah, I'll throw the Discord link in right now. I know I'm behind, but I'll throw the Discord link in right now. Invite members. Copy. Come on, son. No, that's not what I need. Get out of here. I'm trying to get out. Why do I feel like I'm so old right now? Camera. Invite people. Well, want to let me copy this? I could probably do it this way. All right. I'm throwing it in the chat right now. If you want to join the Discord. FPL Penguin, what's up, man? FPL Penguin, great quality FPL content creator, is in the chats. Check him out. Big fan of what he does. I threw the Discord link in the description on my burner account when I was like 18 years old. I don't know what videos are on there. Please don't check. Okay, I knew I was super far behind, but how far behind was I in comments? Scotland trip. All right, I read that. Yep, Melier, producing another quality stream. Join Discord. There we go. Brian, it's in the description now. Walker Peters might get suspended in a few games, just like Basuma was. Basuma, that hurt, man. That hurt having him be suspended. How much? How long? At what point does the yellow cards get a refresher or an extension, whatever it is? At what point does that happen? Tack, you said it right. All right, cool. I'm from India, but living in Sweden. I forgot how to say it. God dang it. It's been so long. I forgot how to say thank you in Indian. Is that right language? But living in Sweden. I hear Sweden's so beautiful. Lampard 100% in. We have a good run of games now. We need to trust in Frank. Hey, there you go. There you go. Chelsea supporters saying Lampard stay. The chemistry will increase over some more time. That's the first game that Werner, Ziyech, and Pulisic have played together, at least in a long time. If they played it before, I don't think it was very long. So I went from 400k to 700k because it was under average yesterday, but hopefully go back after tomorrow's update. Hey, I think I made a new rule for myself. Don't check live ranking until the game week is over. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to do my best. Man City played amazing today. Yeah. I watched the match. I watched a really large portion of the match before I had to start setting up for the stream. And City, when City play like that, they're unbeatable. They got to be one of the best teams in Europe. They were doing everything right. They were pressing so well. They were moving fantastic off the ball. Their passing was brilliant. They had a couple mistakes, of course. They had that last second goal to Hudson-Odoi that still will haunt my dreams tonight. But when they play like that, they're so good. I wonder if they could keep that up for the next couple matches because they have a great run of fixtures. Are they going to take their foot off the pedal here? I don't know, man. Booze FPL, do you think that we need someone better with tactical understanding? Good question for him. We should be title contenders with the team we have. Good question for him. Keeping Lampard is risking top 4. Call him cool, Bielsa. I love his tactics. I love him, man. I love him. Booze FPL then says, no, we should not be title contenders. It's a 2-year, 3-year project. Last year was year 0, and this is season 1. We got these players, doesn't matter for what price, for the future of the club. I mean, the future looks bright for Chelsea. You just got to start clicking. That's a hard part too that's a hard part with sports. Is it such a win now league or win now sport in football that it's hard to think long term? But I think Chelsea supporters, you have a lot of good things to think about long term. But I don't know enough about Chelsea and Lampard to really comment further on the coaching situation. Yeah, but they're a title contending quality players and some experienced players in there. Not saying we should be winning the league, but should be in the race. Villa are doing a great job. All I'm gonna say. What's up, Don? Adam FPL, what's up, man? Clicks All Stars, yeah. I'll check out your squad for show. Check out the squad for show. Shout out McLovin. It's Clicks All Stars, right? If you want to join the Donatello's Mini League, the code is in the description. If not, it's PAXY2K. All right, so here's your squad. You're at 53 points. That's not a rough week. You still have Robbo and Salah still to go, and Adams. What are you talking about, rough week? It's a pretty good week. I mean, it's not the best week, I guess, but hey, man, great call on the Sun captaincy shout. The Cancelo clean sheet hurt. The Justin clean sheet hurts, but you still have 3 players to go, and 2 of them are looking really good for this fixture. Yeah, what move are you planning on making? Because you fall on the bench does hurt though. What plan are you moving on, or what plan are you trying to make right now? You free hitting an 18? Overall, this is a fantastic squad. Please check out Adam FPL on YouTube. I really like his stuff as well. Please check him out, especially if you're a Chelsea supporter. I think you're a Chelsea supporter, right? If I'm not mistaken. Stones looks back to his best. Agreed. He might get called up to England soon. You never know. Was that a bit of Anderson .Paak and Mac Miller just then? It absolutely was. Absolutely was. Anderson .Paak is probably my second favorite artist of all time right now. He's definitely my favorite artist currently. I love Anderson .Paak. Ever since that, I mean, I listened to a bit of his stuff before Malibu dropped, but when Malibu dropped, it just, I can't tell you how many times I've listened to that album. It's probably my favorite album of all time. I'm a huge Anderson .Paak fan, and that Mac Miller Anderson .Paak song was beautiful. I think actually that was an Anderson .Paak song that he gave to Mac Miller, and it's just an absolute thing of beauty. Rest in peace to Mac Miller, man. Can you have a look at my team? Free hit game week 18 and bench boosting 18 and 19. Transfers to do more Martin to Fabianski, Pavetta, Rafinha, and DCL Adams. The only problem with making transfers, you're not going to be able to make a transfer. If you're free hitting, you won't be able to make a transfer until game week 19. So any transfer you make this week, as soon as you free hit, those transfers are now null and void, and it goes back to your game week 17 squad. It's the only thing I have to say. So you won't be able to make any transfers until next week. But I will definitely look at your squad. I don't see it here. I can't keep on losing you over complications. Gone too soon. Wait, we were just hanging. All right, here's your squad. As far as going into Game Week 19 for your bench boost, Zuma's a good shout. Walker Peters, Pavetta. I think you could get rid. I'd probably get rid of Pavetta. I don't know how much money you have. He is 4.3 in price. You have 1.2 in the bank. You could upgrade him to. You already have Sufal. You have Chilwell, DS, Zuma, KWP. You could upgrade him to Dallas. Maybe that'd be a good shout. Your midfield for your midfield for your game week is solid. I think I would probably do Barnes to Rafinha. I like that move a lot. That'd be for a -4 because you only have one free transfer after you free hit, and your front line looks really good. Bamford, DCL for me is out. So that would worry me. Maybe you get rid of DCL. Martin's got to go if you want a backup keeper to really maximize your profit. So Martin's got to go. I think I would get rid of Pavetta. And I'd probably drop DCL over Harvey Barnes just because Barnes has a double game week. So I'd probably maybe hold on to him. I don't want to take a huge -12. And that would be a -8 so far. So DCL out probably for, I don't know. You were saying Adams. I like that. That would give you triple Southampton. Martin out. And Pavetta out, so that's probably what I would do. Honestly, though, outside of that, great squad. Game week 19, Melier, Diaz, Dallas, Cresswell, KDB, Salah, Fernandez, Soucek, Vardy, Bamford, Watkins. That is beautiful. Yeah, that is incredible. Wildcarding for 19, yeah. Ryan, I'm a big fan of that squad. I like Vardy, man. I've said it on here before. If I don't have Vardy, so I'm not pressed to get him. But if I had Vardy, I would not get rid of him. Ravon says, hey, check my team. Yes. I know I've said this multiple times in the stream, and it's getting probably a bit annoying, but I'm trying so hard to catch up right now. So I'm going to see if I can just go through these real quick. Your name is Reva FC. Ooh, second place. Yeah. Shout out to Reva FC. Overall ranking of 9K. Hey, phenomenal. All right. Let's see what your thoughts are there. You got to give me advice. I'm getting rid of James this week. I like that move. I'm totally confused who to replace with either City defenders or West Ham defenders. If I get a West Ham defender, I'll have to play with only 10 and 18. I'm confused. I'm not too upset with only playing 10 in game week 18. I'm only playing with 8 myself, and I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna take it to the chin. I might get a red arrow, but it is what it is. If you were worried about that, I think that you could go to I don't know how much cash you have though. Oh, you have enough. You could go for DS. I think that would give you 11, and I think DS is looking great for 19 as well. Of course, West Ham is looking so nice for that game week 19. So one West Ham player I would definitely try to get into my squad. I'm trying to do the same thing myself, but for James, I'd probably rather have DS or Cancelo than have. Oh no, I don't know if they'd play in both. I think Cresswell would be the good shout then. Cresswell for James. I think that's a great move. And then you'd have Bamford on your bench, Melier on your bench. You'd have Cresswell, Dallas. That is a phenomenal bench boost. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I think Cresswell is probably I don't want to say the best option. I know it'll only give you 10 players in game week 18, but it's not. I don't think it's that big of a deal to worry about. I don't think. Yeah. If you were worried about it, then go for a City defender. My camera. I don't know how to say my camera in other languages. Yeah, I think if you were worried about 18, yeah, go City defender. I think for me, I'd still rather have a City defender over a West Ham defender for the long run. But Cresswell looking mighty nice for that 19. He's looking like Margot Robbie for that game week 19. I am 10 points behind my cup opponent. I have Salah. My opponent My opponent has Ward, Prowse, and Benarek. You're in for a very nervous Monday, Corey. Very nervous Monday. Hello. Yeah, very nervous nominate, but hopefully it pays off, man. Hope Salah goes off for you. Got 6 playing in Game Week 18. Leno, Cancelo, Diaz, Son, Bruno, KDB. Is it worth using my free hit? I built my team towards Game Week 19. We'll have 14 players in that double game week, and we'll use my bench boost. I think for me, with those players, 6 is a bit. It is a bit. It is worrying. That's what I'm gonna say. Having only 6 is worrying. I would like to get that personally to like at least 8. But that being said, the players that you do have should have a great game week, right? So if all goes to plan, Leno should do well, Cancelo, Diaz, Son, Bruno, KDB, they all should have big game weeks. And so if the 6 that you have are probably the best 6 that you can get. And so I don't know if I would worry about free. That's so tough because you're missing 10-ish points just by not playing the free hit. That one's a hard one. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I would see if I can get in at least one more player for game week and make it 7. But I don't know if I would worry too much. I think that's just my theory. I just like to hold on to my free hit because it might be more useful later on in the season. From what I'm hearing from likes of like Ben Krellin, who's a master at predicting game weeks, double game weeks and stuff. Thoughts on early wild card? If you need it, use it. I think that's my idea on wild cards from now on. Is it's never too early, it's never too late. If your team needs it, use it. If you only have like a few players you would change, I don't think that's worth it. If you're looking at a squad and you're like, I need to get rid of 6 or 7 of these players now, then I think it's worth it. My cup opponent only has 30 points. Kobe, you lucky son of a gun. That is nice. Welcome to next round. Most likely, right? Yours Captain Conte. How do you guys get these cup opponents? Man, I'm thinking about bringing in Tierney for Chilwell. I like that move. Yeah, I'm personally looking at bringing in Chilwell myself, maybe. But I do like the Tierney shout. I mean, he has such a good run of fixtures over the next 4 or 5 game weeks. I'll look at it right now. Just to see, I'll compare the two. Fixtures, FDR. Sounds like I'm doing New Girl. Like I'm playing True American. All right. Comparing their fixtures, I mean, Chelsea has a double game week, so I'd put money on them doing better. Wolverhampton, I think, but Arsenal have a game week 8 and game in 18, so that's huge. Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Southampton, Wolverhampton, Villa. I still think Chelsea have a better go. I mean, they play Leicester in 19, but they play Fulham as well, so they should be fine. Wolverhampton struggled to score outside of last week. Burnley struggled to score. Tottenham, that's a tough one, but then Sheffield and Newcastle. So for me, I'd probably still go with Chilwell over Tierney. But I definitely know why you're considering Tierney, and it makes sense. And if that's what you want to do, go for it. At the end of the day, I always say it. If you feel like it's best for your squad, just do it. Shout out Starsky and Hutch. My team's a mess at the moment and need an early wild card to save me so much stress. If your team needs it, do it. You know what I mean? I think I made that mistake. This is my experience, right? So in game week 2, I'll show y'all. I'll show you my game week 2 squad. Or my game week, was it really bad? Right here. Game week 6. This is my squad in game week 6. Oh, my wild card's played. In game week 5. I had Ryan was bad. Walker Peters was all right. Trent was not performing. Taylor was not performing, and he just got hurt. He looks good now, but back then, Harvey Barnes was not looking good. Hamas was not looking good at that point. Bale was out. Jimenez was out. Werner was not looking good despite this 16 here. I had Brewster, Vinagre, Branthwaite. And so I looked at the squad, and I said I had to get rid of it. It was in game week 6, or game week 5, and it was way too early. I didn't want to use it at that point, but my team needed it, and I had to use it. And since that point, I've done decently well. I've done well since I used that wild card. I was in like the 4.2 million at the week I used it, and so I think if you need to use it, go for it. Oh, you did change it. Okay, man, I'm so far behind. FPL Penguin, what's up, man? I think I already gave a shout out, but anyway, what's up, FPL Penguin? A lot of FPL content creators in here between Blues FPL, Adam FPL, FPL Penguin. Please check them out, man. Please check them out. Pat plays, yes. Can you rate my team after your stream? As I have 0. Oh yeah, I'll check out your squad for show. Pat plays. I'm gonna save it to watch later right now. Pav plays. You got 16 videos. Check out his stuff if you like. I don't see any new videos. Did you post a new video, Pat plays? I see the last video you had was 2 months ago. I think that's the last video I see. If that's the last video, I'm gonna check it out, period. But I'm just curious if you made another one since. Also, thank you for showing up, man. I'll definitely check out your stuff. One thing I'd be worried about with the new manager is not seeing the likes of Billy Gilmore come through. That's always a hard part of bringing in a new manager, is having your young talent not being played. Shout out Ricky Pooge. Coleman. FPL Gems. Oh, is that what it is? FPL Gems? FPL Gems. FPL Gems. Are you asking me for FPL Gems, or is that your name? Let's go for sort by... I can't find FPL Gems. I'm assuming that's just what you're asking. Oh, there you go. 6 subscribers, 1 video. Oh, there you go. Sweet. I'll check it out right now. I hate to hit subscribe on my burner account, so I'll go to my actual FPL Don and subscribe to you on that one. But I'll check it out, man. Actually, I'll comment on it right now. And thumbs up, live chat. Sweet. All right. I'll check it out after this for sure. No question. One thing I'm worried about, check that. What are you doing in Game Week 18? Okay, so my Game Week 18 plan, I'm not going to make any moves. I've built up my squad over the past few weeks preparing for these next 2 matches. But Suma getting suspended hurts. I mean, it's only going to be 2 points, 1 point, whatever it may be, but it still sucks. As far as my Game Week 18, I'm not going to free hit. I like my squad a lot, right? So I have Martinez, Dyer, Cancelo, Diaz, Grealish, Bruno Fernandes. See the crack on my screen? Let me redo that. Martinez, Dyer, Cancelo, Diaz, Grealish, Bruno, DCL, and Kane. So I have 8 players playing. And I really like the players I have. So I'm not going to use it. I'm going to keep it on this. Right now my cap C is on Bruno, but it could change at any given moment. At this moment. I don't know who sings that. So that's what I'm planning on doing right now. I'm going to keep it like this, and then the week after I'll change DCL out for somebody else, and the week after I'll have 10 players in the double game week playing. More than I thought I would have. So I'm not upset with the team I have right now. I don't think it's worth a free hit chip just to get in 3 more players. Over the last few weeks, Ronan, I've been transferring in players on my bench. Like I've been transferring in Diaz is on my bench here. I transferred in Dyer. And so I've been transferring in players who are doing well and have a good run of fixtures and also playing 18. It only helps that Bruno has rescheduled. There are a lot of good beaches in Scotland. Surprisingly, just not great weather. I think if I can catch up, I'm going to check out Surfline in Scotland and see if there's any good stuff. I'll do it on the live stream if you're still here. Can you check my team? I'm in 33rd. Yes, I can. All right, let's hit ludicrous speed right quick. 33. I told her what time it was. It's 10:33. Shout out McLovin again. That's twice I've shouted him out. All right, Sufal, you got on your bench. Cresswell, great shot with Cresswell, man. Great shot with Cresswell. Ryan, okay, so you got to fix your keeper. That's the first thing I'm looking at. Ryan's not playing anymore. He's lost favor. I think Sanchez is the one that's playing now. And so for me, Ryan's got to go. I think you have enough money that you could upgrade. I forgot. Yeah, 0.5. You have enough money to upgrade to Martinez or potentially Mendy. I'm not sure on the math there. I don't think, actually, no Mendy. Maybe Martinez might be out now. But I would definitely get rid of Ryan. Definitely get rid of Ryan. He's lost favor. Outside of that, your back line, Mitchell's now starting. You have Sufal and Walker-Peters, so Mitchell is your 5th option or you have 5 playing defenders at this moment. If Mitchell doesn't play, you have 4, so that's fine. Bamford, Kane, great front line. Your midfield is solid. The only concern I have is Bowen. I'm not the biggest Bowen supporter. Well, in FPL, I'm not the biggest Bowen supporter. So you could do a lot better like Rafinha, or you could do NATO Podence. I know I'm missing somebody, and it's bothering me who I can't think of. But I like your squad. First things first, I'd get a new keeper. That's 0 every week. Even if it's just 2 points, it's still a lot. Got 6 playing in Game Week 18. Leno, Cancelo, Diaz, Son, Bruno, KDB. Is it worth using my free hit? Oh, I think I answered this one already. I was just late on it. Yeah, I mean, I think if you wanted to be aggressive, I'll go back to it. If you wanted to be aggressive, be aggressive, I think I would, no laughing, man. I think I would use my free hit if I wanted to really take advantage of that, because you could then bring in like a Sterling. You could bring in Cancelo as well. You could bring in another camera so mine doesn't go off every 20 minutes. You could bring in Harry Kane. You could bring in Tierney. You could bring in Saka. You could bring in NATO or Podence. You could bring in Sice. I don't know, something like that. If you want to be aggressive, use a free hit. But if you wanted to play it safe, kind of take one to the chin, a little bit of a red arrow, I think the 6 you have are pretty solid. I got 51 with Salah, Robbo, and Adams left. Okay week. Hey, that's a good week in my opinion this week. That's a good week in my opinion. 80K. Oh, never mind. 80K drop. Well, 80K drop right now, but I think going into tomorrow, you'll have 3 players play, and I don't think a lot of players will be having 3. So they'll have 1 for sure, but maybe 2. And those will probably be like McCarthy, but he's out. Kyle Walker-Peters, who I don't expect too much from. But 51, man, with those 3 left, you could be in for a green arrow when all is said and done. Don, did you say McCarthy has COVID? Yes, McCarthy has COVID, and he will be missing the Liverpool match tomorrow. Official statement from Southampton came out right before I started the stream. People saying Thurso East and Thierry on Google. I've never surfed before, sadly. I think as soon as I've caught up on stream, I'm gonna go look on Surfline and look at some Scottish beaches. That was a terrible accent. Hey, thank you for now. I'm in the top 10. Your suggestions help me. Hey, Reven, I'm honored. Honestly, I'm honored. I don't know how. I always say this. I'm not the best at FPL. I'm a lover of the game, and I love football so much. But I'm just happy that that's the case, man. Thank you so much. I try to put a smile on you guys' face more than anything, but success is an added bonus. Success in FPL. Of course, I want everyone to be successful. You know what I mean? Hey, Don, Aubameyang or Sterling for free hit? I'm going Sterling. Aubameyang hasn't warranted enough for me lately. I think. Let me see what his stats were yesterday. I'm beyond honored there, Reven. Hopefully I said your name right. See what Aubameyang's stats were yesterday. Saka now has more points than Aubameyang on the season. How about that? He's averaging less than 1 shot on target over his last 4 matches. He's averaging 0.5. So for me, I wouldn't have Aubameyang. I'd still rather have Sterling. Their Game Week 18 matches are City have Brighton, and Brighton don't have Basuma. Brighton just gave up 3 to Wolverhampton. Arsenal have Chris, but yeah, I'd rather have Sterling. I think he just gives the highest potential of getting a return. How many players do I have in 18? I have 8 playing in 18. Now that Basuma's out, I could have had 9. I am 152 in your league. Who ate all the pies? Yes, I'll check out your squad, no doubt. What'd you say? You're 152? Welcome, Bell FC, and welcome, Ryans, man. Glad to have you guys here. You say you're 152. 152. I almost have 200 people in this league. That is awesome. Who ate all the pies? What's up? My name is. Also, good to see you here. 1.3 mil. Also, I have a question for all you United supporters. Sancho's had a bad season this year. He had a huge price tag last season. You guys were trying to get him, and he looked really good last season, but he hasn't. He's dropped off this season pretty drastically. There you go. What are your thoughts on bringing in Sancho in your squad, and how much would you pay for him at this moment if you wanted to bring him in? All right, so looking at your squad, you have 1.2 in the bank. You scored 48 points. Not a bad week considering you still have Salah, Walker-Peters, and Shea Adams still to go. Great call on the captaincy option. For me, looking at your squad, I still like your back line. Soufal would probably go in for Walker-Peters in 19, and that gives you a great 19. I still like Schmeichel. I think for me, Barnes would probably go out. I would save some money, drop Barnes down to, again, Rafinha. You already have NATO. I would drop him down to Rafinha probably because I'm just a big Rafinha supporter. That's what I would do personally. If you're worried about bench, because your bench isn't that strong, you have Burke and Lamptey. Lamptey is out till at least. Well, he could be back next week. So wait and see the news. Also, on a side note, I think it's important to say that I would wait on transfers until the last minute this week. There's still like 10, 11 days before the next game. And there's a lot that can happen, a lot of COVID testing, a lot of injuries. So I would definitely wait on making some transfers. I don't think there will be that many price rises or falls after tomorrow or Tuesday. And it'll be pretty dormant after that. And so I would hold off on transfers as long as possible. But looking at the squad, for me, Harvey Barnes would probably be my option to go. I mean, you could bring in Soucek. Soucek's a really good option, has 2 really good fixtures in 19. And as far as 18, you have... Well, Burke's not playing, is he? He didn't play this week. Yeah, he's not playing. You have DCL, Kane, Lamptey if he plays. Lamptey if he plays. NATO. So I'm assuming you're going to be free hitting because then you have Cancelo. You only have 5 players playing. So you're probably going to free hit. But yeah, I think for me, I'd either try to worry about bench depth with all these games going on, or just get rid of Barnes. Get rid of Barnes, bring in Soucek probably. Not a bad week though, 48 with who you have left. Not a bad week. My Arsenal mate says Smith Rowe is the next Xavi. Calm down. Calm down. Smith Rowe looked really good these last couple game weeks, but come on now. Comparing to one of the best midfielders I've ever seen play the game. What do I think about Fabianski's injury? I saw it looked pretty bad. I think from what I was looking at, I looked at earlier in the stream, I went onto Twitter to see if I could find any news. It sounds like it's not severe, won't need surgery. He might be back for 19, maybe. So it sounds like he, again, this is speculation and very little research that I'm going on, but he may be back for 19. Are you free hitting in 18? I think I answered that one. It's way behind. Okay. Got 6 players in 18. I think I looked at that one. Yes, I looked at that one. Adam FPL, I'm free hitting in 18 and in 19. I'm thinking of DCL out and either a double game week keeper like Fabianski or Mendy to Soucek, Rafinha for -4. I like that a lot. Big fan. Bring in Soucek or Rafinha for that 19. I like that a lot. And getting rid of DCL, I think it's time to go. It's never the right time to say goodbye. Goalkeeper for Rosendo says Darlow. Defender Holding, Wan-Bissaka, Stones. Big fan of the back line. Mid, Rashford. Also good shout on the Wan-Bissaka. Rashford, Son, KDB, Bruno. Big fan of the midfield. Attackers, Kane, Wilson, DCL. Free hit open to suggestions. Check my squad, bro. So looking at your squad, I think for 18, you have Holding going, Darlow going, Wan-Bissaka, Stones, Rashford, Son, KDB, Bruno. Oh, yeah. That's great. That's great, period. You're free hitting at 18. I think that is a great squad for 18. Great squad. The only move I would probably consider is maybe you have Arsenal, you have the big points I'm looking at. Yeah, I think that's solid on first glance. I've done transfer decision week. I've done a bad transfer. I'm assuming this week I replaced Grealish for Zaha. Grealish scored 7 and Zaha 3. Yeah. The worst thing is I think that was a good move because Grealish went up against United and Zaha was going up against a poor Sheffield United squad. It's just unfortunate that happened. I mean, you got to play the odds, right? Got to play the odds. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. I don't know what to do this game week. I might use free hit for one transfer for Solid to Fernandez, Steele to De Gea, and transfer Solid in for 19. Can you check my team? Yes, I'll check it out really quickly. I hate being so far behind. If you took a shot for every time I said that, you'd be pretty drunk right now. Limited. Limited edition squad. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. All right, you have 1.4 in the bank. You got a lot of cash to work with. Your bench isn't that good, but you had 70 points. That's huge. 78 points with 2 to go. That is incredible. Incredible game week for you. Great call on the captaincy pick with Kane. Great pick on Lacazette too. Holding, incredible game week. If I were you, looking at your game week 18, I'll have to do that really quickly. Melee is not playing, Soufal's not playing, Rob was not playing, Cancelo is, Holding is, Son is, Grealish, Kane, Lacazette. You have 6, and I don't think any of those guys will be playing, so I don't think Bernardo's going to get much time. So maybe free hit in 18. That being said, this is a great squad. Going into the future, I don't know what moves I would make. I think everything looks good. Lacazette's a good shout. I mean, Lacazette does make me nervous having him in my FPL squad, but he's paying off big time right now with 4 in his last 3. Let me check myself before I... Yeah, 4 goals in his last 3 matches, so he's on fire right now. Overall, great squad. Great squad. I don't know what to do this game week. I might use a free hit or transfer. Oh, I already read that one. Hello, FPL. Miss Sexy Diva, what's up? Can you check out my squad? Yes. All right, what other song should I sing while I look this up? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. When you want to page me, it's Kim Possible. Don't know why that came into my head. I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes, yeah. Keenan Kell, Good Burger. All right, this is your squad. All right, you had a really good week this week, 76 points. That's fantastic. Great goal by Sice. Opponents didn't play, so you're going to have Mitchell come on for 6. Another huge, and you have Solid still go. Huge game week, Miss Sexy Diva. All right, I had a good week. I'll have 11 players the next week, and I'll do opponents. My camera goes off. Opponents to Saka, Bamford, and Martial. Good moves. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't get rid of Bamford, but I like your decision to go for Martial, for Burnley and Solid to KDB, or Sterling. Can you look at my time? Okay. Yeah, huge game week. So I like the move from opponents to Saka. The Salah to KDB move, that one hurts me to do to get rid of Salah, but I like bringing in KDB. I mean, he is a baller, man. Yeah, my only concern is Bamford and Martial. That's my only concern, just because I like Bamford a lot going into 19. But Martial seems to really starting to click right now, so I'm not against that move. He's been on my radar for a few weeks. Hasn't done enough to really get over the hump for me, but looks good. Yeah, I think your squad looks good. If I were you, I like the moves you're making. That's all I'll say. I like Podence to Saka. I like that a lot. Good evening, man. Hey, good evening, George. Good to see you, man. Good evening, man. As always, greetings. Yeah, my game week is really good. I'm at 58 points with Salah and Rabo to play. How do you search for a player in your league? How do I search for a player in your league? You just, I'm assuming you just go league and hit Donatello's and then just type in names. You can Control F. If you can look at my, if you could take a quick look, free hit for 2426993 281-330-8004. All right. You have, if you could take a quick look, free hit for 18 and DCL for Bamford. 55 points, not a bad week. Lindelof is out. So you have, Soucek won't come in. It'll be Zuma for a 1-pointer. Ouch. Keane either. Oof. So your back line hurt this week, man. Your back line hurts. But you still have Henderson to go and Salah. So that could be a good week for you. You're already at 55 points. Could be a really good week for you. All right. If you get a quick look, free hit for 18 and DCL for Bamford plus Keane for Cancelo for game week bench week 19 boost. I like taking out DCL. I like doing that. I think it's time for him to go. In my opinion, bringing in Bamford is a great shout for 19. They have two good fixtures that they can score a lot of goals in. Cancelo, I like bringing him in. I think he's just a baller. Period. He's been phenomenal for City. I don't think that even with Kyle Walker when he returns, I don't see Cancelo losing any playing time. They'll just probably throw him over the left side, strong side, left side. I like that move, man. I like that move. Free hit in 18. That gives you a lot of capabilities. I'll probably have a free hit video coming out this week. Hopefully, I'm talking really quickly in it. Calm down, breathe, Sean the Don. DCL for Bamford, I like that, man. And Keane for Cancelo, I'm a big fan of those moves you're making. And your bench is solid for that double game week. Yeah, I like that. Hopefully McCarthy can come back after having COVID. But I'm a big fan of your moves. Can you check my team out? Yes. I'm 23 minutes behind. It'll have to be really quick. I'm sorry. It'll be really quick. I hate being so far behind. All right, Piggy Night FC. All right, 51 points. Not a bad week. You still have Salah to go, so it could be a really good week. Let's see. Son and DCL out to KDB and Rodrigo. It's hard for me to take out Son with the fixtures he has in front of him. That's my biggest worry. DCL out though, I do like getting rid of DCL and bringing in Rodrigo. I think that's a good move. For me, I'd rather have Bamford, but Rodrigo is a really good shout for me personally. So I'm not against that. El Ghazi I like a lot. Your midfield looks really good. If you were pressed on taking out Son to KDB, I'm not against that. KDB is looking incredible right now. I mean, he's looked good for the past few game weeks. He just hasn't had anyone finish his chances. And so I like bringing in KDB, but for me, it's really hard to take out Son for his run of fixtures he has. That's my only concern. But DCL out, I like. Current free hit team, Leno, cheapest goalie and can get a save point. Agreed. Great fixture too. Yedlin, love the Yedlin pick. Shout out USA. Holding, Diaz, Bailey, big fan of your back line. Diaz, a lot of good defenders there. Sterling, KDB, Bruno, Rashford, love the midfield. Kane and Wilson, yeah. Blues FPL, that is phenomenal free hit. What's up, Don Tom? What's up, man? Hopefully you're still here. 69 points this week with Solid to go. Huge week. That's awesome. Prepping for my free hit and very tempted to get in Saka moving forward. Yeah, I've said it before on the stream. I had Saka from like game week 1 to game week 4. I'm a big fan of Saka. Have been since last season. And he's starting to get going now that he's playing as a right winger, not as left wing back. Especially because they have like 4 good fixtures out of the next 5, something like that. I think Saka is a really good shout. I may think Cancelo and Diaz are 2 good options for a game week 18 wildcard and the double game week. I think they are. For me, Diaz is nailed on. And Ake is hurt. Laporte is hurt. And so really it's just Diaz and Stones. I don't see much rotation. If they are able to come back with Laporte and Ake, I think that they come in for Stone, so I think Diaz is fine. He's been playing incredible since he's come into the squad. Same with Cancelo. He has had an absolutely great year. I don't see Cancelo dropping, even if Kyle Walker comes back. They're not going to play Zinchenko or Mendy over Cancelo most weeks. Maybe here and there just to give him a rest, but I think so. I think Cancelo and Diaz. If you see my squad, I have it, so I'm practicing what I preach here. I have Cancelo and Diaz in my squad. Shout out Sifo Diaz to you Star Wars lovers like myself. Come on, guys. We were 38 watching the stream. Hey, I appreciate that, George. I appreciate that. I'm trying to keep my free hit for later. That's why. I'm doing the same thing, yeah. If you want to keep your free hit for later, I'm not against you having only those 6 players. I think those 6 players are ballers, and I think that they can have a good enough week to cover you. Griezmann is benched today? No way. Actually, I'm not too surprised. I'm going to check. If you guys don't mind, I know I'm 20 minutes behind on comments, but I'm going to check the Barcelona lineup real quick. Let's see. Go to La Liga. I'm really interested to see, are we going to still play 3 at the back? We do not. We're back to 4-3-3. Lenglet is in. Pedri gets a start in the mid. Sergi and Frankie. I heard Dembele was going to start, so I'm not surprised Dembele starts. Braithwaite up top with Messi. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Where am I? Where am I, man? I don't even know where I was. Okay, I'm not this far. I didn't read those comments. I gotta look for the Griezmann comment. Oh, there we go. McCarthy playing tomorrow. No, he has COVID. McCarthy is out. He will not be playing this game week due to COVID. I beat my cup opponent. He's on 62 with Saul left. I'm on 67 with Saul left. Oh, that's awesome. How does the cup work? And did you beat? No, so I lost this cup match. The opponent I had has like 2 more points than I have right now, and we both have Salah and Fernando and Robbo to go. Yeah, so pretty rough week for me, but it is what it is. Out of the cup early, it kind of saves me the headache week in, week out of worrying about it. But that's awesome for you. So next week you'll move on to another opponent, and it's just when you move on, lose, you're out kind of a thing. Also, congratulations on the huge 76 points with Salah still to go and the cup win. That's awesome. McCarthy, Cody, yep. Beat your opponent, FPL Don. I wish, man. I wish. Yeah, so I lost. Just unfortunate. I'm going to lose by 2 points, I think. He had Kane and Son. Kane and Son. Son is a pain in my... my couple opponents on 40 with solid Captain Robbo and Ward-Prowse left. I think you should be fine then, Alex, if I'm not mistaken. My opponent has 40 points. You should be fine too, Ahmed. If I'm not mistaken, no one in your squad. All right. Took a -8. I took a -8. I take it that counts in cups. Yeah, it just counts. Whatever your point you have counts in the cup. I'm on 57 with only Saul left, and he is not my captain. That's still a good game week. 57 with Saul left, still a good game week. Means you're on 50 points. So you should still be all right if he's in the 20s right now. Hope I go through. Sounds like he definitely will. Yeah, sounds like you guys will. Hopefully, knock on wood. Yeah, I took him. Do you think my team is set up well with 2? Your 71st. All right, I'll check out your squad real quick, Tarek. Let's see. Your 71st. You asked Donatello's. If you want to join the Donatello's mini league, code is in the description below. All right. Do you think your team is set up well for game week 18? For both game weeks. 2 transfers to game week 18. So right now you have Martinez playing. Dan isn't playing. He has 0 minutes if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he played. Yeah. Martinez, Zaha, KDB, Bruno, Kane, Ollie Watkins, Jamal Lewis. Yeah. My only concern is Jamal Lewis and Burke aren't playing. And so I don't know if you have too many. If you use 2 free hit, if you use 2 transfers, then yeah, I think your team is set up pretty well. As long as if you can get in like a City defender, Arsenal defender, or those are probably the biggest 2, or maybe even a United defender. But if you can get in one of those, I think you're set up really well for 18. As far as game week 19, Sufal, Balbuena have really good fixtures. Martinez is all right. You get your save points. Love your midfield to go into that double. Maybe Zaha out for maybe. I think as far as game week 19, you're set. Game week 18 is tough. You're gonna have to use those 2 free transfers really well. If you use those 2 free transfers really well, you don't need to use a free hit. I took a -4 for Dallas. I took a -4 for Dallas for bench boost, go 19, and then insane stupid punt on Giroud for double game week. My camera goes off. And for Watkins, rough. I only have Bowen because he has a juicy double game week 19. Yeah, that's the only reason why I would want Bowen to, just for that 19. That is as as notorious BIG juicy that I've ever seen. That Game Week 19 double up for them. After that, you're going to bring in KDB. Yeah, I love KDB, man. Pretty much my whole team has double game week, so I should do, yeah. Yeah, you should have a huge game week in Game Week 19, Alex. I'm thinking I'm bringing in Giroud or Rodrigo into my forwards for 19. I'm also bringing in Werner and Bamford, so should I double up on Chelsea or Leeds? My only concern with Giroud is that he's not going to be starting most weeks, especially now that Ziyech is back. So I wouldn't get Giroud in. I like bringing in Rodrigo more than Giroud for sure. I prefer Grealish over Sancho. I'd probably say so. I haven't seen enough Sancho, so I probably prefer Grealish over Sancho too at the moment. Grealish looks so good. Giroud's, yeah, okay. I'm surprised Lampard didn't start Giroud or Abraham today. Giroud is a safe bench option. Yeah, my only concern with Giroud is that Werner is probably going to be playing that striker position all the time now. Gotta catch up on comments. How do you get so many views? I'm streaming on FPL. I've got 0 views. So the biggest thing to do, Pav Plays, FPL Gems, is look at your tags, see what your tags are. It's really hard to get views, especially when you're just starting. That's why I always like shouting out new content creators. And so you use tags like Game Week 17 to get people to watch. A title helps. I haven't checked out. I forgot what yours said, but that's the biggest thing is being able to just. It's just hard to get recognition. That's why I always try to shout out new and upcoming YouTube content creators because it's so hard when you just start to crack that algorithm. Check them out. There you go. Check them out. Am I getting close on comments? I think I am. My transfers for next week are... Ooh, no, I'm not. My transfers for next week are Chilwell to Cancelo, Nato to El Ghazi, and Bamford to Wilson. Like that a lot, Kobe. Who do Wolves have in 18? Oh, I think Ahmed answers that later. Anyone who's streaming FPL, I just seen Let's Talk FPL said he watched his first ever stream. FPL, I just seen Let's Talk FPL say he watched his first ever stream and he said 40 viewers. Wasn't expecting that. Everyone starts somewhere and how far he's came. 40 viewers for his first stream. Yeah, Let's Talk FPL is so good, man. Yeah, I feel like even him, 40 viewers for your first stream is unreal. Period. I think for me. Going to you, Pat Plays, I think my first stream had I think when I hit double digits, I was pumped. I was hovering around like 7, 8 viewers, and then I hit 10, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hit 10? It's super tough, man. I would say for me, get your tags in. Tags are big. Your title's big. Other than that, just try to make the best video you can and try not to worry about viewers too much. Just try to do what you can. Oh, my camera's dying. But try to make the best video that you can, and hopefully viewers come. But again, it's so hard when you first start. So that's why I always shout out new YouTube content creators. I think I was thinking about that the other day. Like when I first made a video, I'd get to 50 views on my video, and I'd be hype. I'd be hyped for 50, man. Don't get me wrong, I still am. Check out my team, please. Yes, Sana, I'll check out your team real quick. All right, I'm only 12 minutes behind now. Let's go. All right. Theater of Dreams. I never sleep because sleep is a cousin of death. Backtrack to earlier times. Nothing's equivalent to the New York state of mind. 64 points. Good week. With Salah and Robbo still to go. Great call on holding. Harry Kane, great call on captaincy pick. Huge week for you. Your plan is Anguissa out to KDB. Whoa, Zuma to Cancelo. You must have a lot of cash in your bank. 2.1, so you have to make some moves elsewhere. All right, so Anguissa to KDB, Zuma to Cancelo. I like that. Rafinha to Saka. I don't know. I wouldn't get rid of Rafinha personally. I still think Rafinha is really good for his moves going forward. I do like bringing in Saka, but I don't think Rafinha is the one I would get rid of to do so. Vardy, Kane to Brewster. So you're getting rid of Kane. Getting rid of Kane before all these good fixtures is tough because he has some really good fixtures coming up. So that would be hard to do for me personally, but I like bringing in KDB. I like bringing in Cancelo. My biggest concern again is I don't think Rafinha is the one I'd want to get rid of. I know he had a tough game against Tottenham, but was to be expected, and he still has a good run of fixtures coming up. He still has Brighton, Southampton, Newcastle. Leicester's pretty tough. Then Everton, Crystal Palace. So not I I still like Rafinha. I don't think I would get rid of him, but I do like bringing in Saka. That's what I'll say. They'll not use my free hit. Oh, okay. If that's what you're doing to not use a free hit, then yeah, I would like it. If you could do something to not use a free hit, I'm with that. I apologize for not reading your second comment first, or your second comment before I jumped into that. I'll probably use my triple captain. Yeah. So if you're gonna do that, then yeah, I like those moves a lot. Kobe. Did I answer Kobe's question? Who do Wolves have in 18? Doncatillo, you better though. I think that's what you're asking for 18. Wolves have Everton. Yeah, Wolves have Everton. I expect Wolves to score a goal on that, personally. Can you check my opponent's team? Yeesh. Absolutely. I'll be. Let's see. Next. I think yours started late, right? Yeah. All right. Your opponent's team is change name, change name. 30 points. Yeah, you're good, man. I remember we looked at this last week or on Friday, and they had so many red flags. And Katie, yeah, Brewster Kilman. Yeah, you're fine, man. He has Salah and Trent still to go, but I think you have as well. Tellez didn't play, so you'll have Brewster coming in for 1 point. He will. She will. 30 points, so they'll have 31 points, and you are at 57. Yeah, you're fine, man. Especially because you have Salah captain. Yeah, you've won. Welcome to the next round, my friend. I have the closest cup at the moment. Need to play versus 60,000. Whoa. Jeez. That's a tough first round. Jones Bloke. Hey, Sean. Appalling week so far. Have 38 with Salah to go. Ooh. Big red. Oh. 500k red arrow. That hurts, man. Those Spurs assets are killing me. Do you think I should free hit Gameweek 18? Let me check. That's a rough week, man. That's a rough week. Hopefully Salah is able to limit the damage a little bit for you. 593,919. Yeah, 38 points. That's rough. Oh, Cresswell on the bench hurts. That hurts. I mean, I'm not yeah, that one just hurts. Mahrez for a 1-pointer. Yeah, for me, Mahrez has to go. I know he does play next week, but it's just the fact that he doesn't get any time, man. That hurts me. But he's so good. I mean, he's had 22 minutes over the last 4 game weeks combined. 5 game weeks if you consider 16 got canceled. Mahrez is just, even when Mahrez plays, he's not doing that much this year other than that one game he had a Hattie. He doesn't warrant enough for me to want him in my squad. As far as free hitting in 18, McCarthy, well, you don't have McCarthy and he has COVID, and that hurts. We have Martinez coming in for McCarthy, so you get 3 points there. That's nice, honestly. You have Salah still to go. Let's see. So, as far as free hitting in 18, you have Cancelo, Grealish, Mahrez, but I don't know how much Mahrez will play. Bruno, Ollie Watkins, DCL, Martinez. I think for me, I'd probably free hit just because I don't like the players that you have. Like, Mahrez doesn't really count for me because I don't know how much time he'll get. I'd probably free hit. Try to bring in somebody. Be a little aggressive. That's tough, man. Am I caught up on comments? Let's go. No way. Am I for real caught up on comments? Oh, that's nice. Now I can relax a little bit. Whew. All right. Man, it's nice to just view, man. Just to breathe. Nice just to breathe. All right. So yeah, as far as free hitting, I mean, you could. Now that I know I've caught up, I can go into your team a little bit deeper. All right. So if you have free hit, you have 1.4 still in the bank. I'm looking at your squad. I don't want updates from La Liga. I don't want to know. I'm watching the Barcelona game later. Stop updating my phone. No notifications. All right, so free hit squad. If I were you, I'm looking at. It's so hard because I don't want to get rid of Chilwell. He's good for the long run. I don't want to get rid of Dallas. I mean, you could get rid of Chilwell. I'm assuming you have money tied up in him, though, so I'd want him back. Shout out Backstreet Boys. Whoop, whoop. I don't like Mahrez. That's my biggest concern with your squad. Your front line, I like your front line. I mean, DCL for me is probably the one I want to get rid of. But I don't know who I'd get rid of because you already have Bamford and Watkins, probably the two best striker options. I know Shea Adams looks good, but yeah, Rafinha could come in. I think for me, I'd probably just free hit. It's just tough for me. It's just tough because again, you have Martinez playing. Martinez, let's see who he plays real quick. He's playing against Tottenham, so I don't expect too much there. I don't expect too much from Ollie Watkins either. Bruno can go off. I don't know if Mahrez will play. DCL, you never know with him right now. Cancelo could be in for a good one. That's a good one. So for the most part, I'd probably say free hit. Unless you can get really creative with that free transfer. Or take a -4. FPL Don probably had a Twitter presence or platform or a friend group or some sort before he started. Man, actually, I did not. So when I first started, I did not have a Twitter or anything. I just started going on YouTube. I got a little lucky, man. Honestly, I feel like I got lucky. I had a couple of videos that I had that did really well and pushed me over the top. Because I know a lot of content creators who are honestly better than I am. Like Americans Talk FPL. Who else started around that? FPL Juice are phenomenal. I think I just got lucky with a couple of videos, to be completely honest. Our FPL graduates are better than I am, and they need more subscribers in my opinion. But yeah, Twitter. If you have Pat Plays, if you're still here, Twitter can help out. That can help you out. I personally stopped branding on Twitter. I don't post any YouTube videos or say that I'm streaming anymore on Twitter, but that's my personal decision. But Twitter definitely helps. If you jump into my DMs, if you're still here, Pat Plays, I can kind of help you out a little bit, and we could talk. Let's Talk FPL. Yeah, Let's Talk FPL is so good. Yeah, I do get a good amount of views, man. I'm just blessed to have you guys here, Alex. I mean, you guys are so supportive. Alex, Kobe, Sana, I just see you guys in the chat right now. Venway, I'm just so supportive of the viewers I have, man. I just feel super blessed, beyond blessed. Can you check out my team? I'm placed 158th in your league. Yes, I will check you out, Venway. You say you're 158, and then I'll check out Elliot, who's 159. I'll go back to back. Shout out Drizzy Drake. All right, 158, 159. Boom, bop. I'll check out 159 first, then I'll go to 158 just because I clicked on that, and that's where I'm at, or I control tab it. All right. So Elliot, I'll go with you first. I know I should probably do it the other way. I'll do it the other way. I'll do it this way. 159 in the Donatello League. Can you give me your thoughts on your team? All right, so you have no money in the bank. You have a good week this week of 67 points. That's a great week. A bit upset with that Stones last-minute call with that Hudson-Odoi. You still have Sauce. You're in a great week. You're having a great week. For me, your bench has to be upgraded. I don't know how, but something has to go, right? So Kilman isn't getting as much playing time, or any. Jamal Lewis, I think he has to go. He's just not getting anything right now. And so if one of you guys, you need at least one playing bench player, in my opinion. And so that's what I do. When I look at your main squad, I like it. James Justin, I think I'd probably get rid of him soon, just because I look at his fixtures. He has Southampton, Chelsea, Everton. Maybe I hold on. Maybe hold on to him. I think for me, I'd probably get rid of him, but that's me. Maybe bring in like Dallas for Gameweek 19. But I do like James Justin though. Looking at the rest of your squad, maybe drop down DCL to Bamford. You drop down DCL to Bamford, that gives you enough money to upgrade somewhere else. Maybe upgrade your bench a little bit. Upgrade Justin to a Chelsea defender. Upgrade him to... Yeah, that's probably what I'd say. Just off the first look, I like your midfield a lot. You have power players in Bruno, Soucek, KDB, and Son. Nato has been performing really well for Wolverhampton. Wilson looks good, especially for Game Week 18. Game Week 18, then he has a tough one in Arsenal, but then back in 20 he has a good one. So hold on to him now. For me, I'd probably drop DCL after Game Week 18, bring in Bamford for 19, and maybe swap Justin out for like Chilwell, Dallas, maybe upgrade your bench. That's what I would do. Let's go to... This one's you, right? Is this one you? Yeah. So this one's you. You have 0.6 in the bank. I think this is you. All right, 0.6 in the bank, Venway. I want to make sure this is you. I was scrolling through tabs right now, and I don't know who's who. So I'm going to do the long run. Take the long way home. All right. Next. You said 158, right? Yeah. And it go a little something like this. I was on the right one. Okay. So this is your squad. Reece James is hurt. I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but he is definitely a worry. Okay, let's go to... Oh, also, hi. Yeah. Hey, what's up? So your cup situation, you're facing Colossal 11. They have 60 points, and they have Salah still to go and JWP. And you have 59 with Martinez giving you 3. Ogbonna coming on for James. So you're in a good situation, man. You have Ward-Prowse versus his Salah, but Salah is definitely going to worry me. So as far as moving into the future, Reece James for me has got to go. I'd probably see if I could bring in a City defender. A City defender. Potence hurts. So Calvert-Lewin comes in for 2-pointers. So you might be all right. Or get your cup opponent. You might be all right. But yeah, for me, James goes. I don't think he'll be back till. Yeah, I don't know when he'll be back. But I bring in a City defender like Diaz or Cancelo. Good squad, man. Hopefully tomorrow Ward-Prowse goes off for you. I will bring back Rafinha for 19, and I don't know whether to get rid of Kane or Vardy. If I were you, I would keep Kane. I like Kane more, but I do like bringing back Rafinha for that Gameweek 19, man. That is juicy. Cause I'm bossy. Who do you think is the best DCL replacement? Got 0.1 in the bank. I could look at it real quick. For me, off the top of my head, I'm gonna say Bamford's probably numero uno. If you want to be a bit rogue, you could go. Rodrigo. Shea Adams obviously has been really good. Price 7. Let's say 7.5. Wilson has 2 of his next 3 fixtures are really good, so Wilson could be a good shout. Of course, if Antonio is healthy, but that's always the phrase, right? Shout out, let's talk FPL. If Antonio is healthy, he's got to be number 1 there. So Bamford, Wilson. I'm still a bit hesitant on Antonio until he can get more playing time. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, in order, Bamford, or unless you're free hitting. If you're not free hitting an 18, then Wilson, Bamford, Antonio. Adams has a tough run of fixtures. Yeah, he's got nothing next week. Then he's got Leicester. Leeds is pretty good for him. Arsenal's tough. Villa's pretty tough. United's tough. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Wilson. If you're not playing a free hitting 18, I would say him. If you're playing long term, Bamford. If you want to be rogue, go Rodrigo. And always have an eye on Antonio. Always have an eye on Antonio. My team's gonna be a nightmare, and it saves you some cash, baby. My team's gonna be a nightmare after Game Week 19. We'll worry about that when we get there, right? But no, for real, start making a plan. I think that's a hard part too. I think a lot of FPL managers are really focusing on Game Week 19, and rightfully so, because it could be a huge game week. But also be careful of that Game Week 20, man. Okay, good to check that. Do I lift weights? I used to, not so much. Ever since COVID hit, I haven't been in the gym. I'm just too worried of I don't want to go and get COVID and bring it home or anything. And so I haven't been lifting weights lately, and it's probably the smallest I've been in my whole life. And I hate to say it, and it sucks. I love lifting weights a lot. Me encanta levantar pesas. I think that's how you say it. Levanto. Grammar was terrible. But yeah, I do. Cheers, Sean. I'm thinking of free hit now, and then shot of Mahrez afterwards. Yeah, it's just Mahrez, man. I love Mahrez as a player. It's just FPL wise, it's just too much cash when you can go for cheaper assets that are balling out right now. Thoughts, Eric Bailly, underrated player in my opinion. I think so too. I think he's balled out with his chance he's got now that Lindelof's out. He might stay, but yeah, we'll see. As far as thoughts about bringing him in, I would need to see how long Lindelof's out for. Average is high this week, 48, 49. Whew. That's pretty high, especially after last week, man. I mean, you had some big players, some highly owned players return big with Kane, Son, Bruno. So yeah, it makes sense why it's so high. Thanks, man. Hey, thank you. Good luck for us. Yeah, Huesca tonight. We're going to need it, man. We need it. We need a win. I thought I had a free chip for Game Week 18, took 60-plus point hit. What should I do? Oh, I thought you had a free hit chip for Game Week 18. Skadoosh. It's like 60 plus point hit. Oh no. Do you have what chips do you have? I mean, if you could probably play your wild card. If you played your wild card, though, that 60 plus point hit will go away. That's probably what I would say to do. I mean, that 60 points is heavy. I would just say use your wild card. That hurts. Liverpool game at risk. Hope it doesn't get called off. I have not seen any of that so far. I'll take your word on it. I hope it doesn't get called off either, man. I hope it doesn't. But if it is, safety first, right? Then teamwork. Shout out Pineapple Express. Me too, bro. Got Bruno vice captain. Ooh, hey, that would pay off. Bruno vice captain, man. How tall am I? Whenever I meet a woman, I tell her I'm 6 foot, but really I'm 5'11", 5'10 and 3/4. I think I was officially measured at in college, but I say 5'11". But if I ever meet Vanessa Hudgens, I'm 6 foot. You seem quite stocky. I wish, man. I wish. Back in the day, man, I've lost way too much weight since COVID hit. What's my max bench? What's your max bench? Oh, I thought you were talking about FPL. Right now it's terrible. Right now I don't even want to guess what my bench is. Back in the day, when I was my biggest, it's hard to say because we never lifted for 1 rep max. We lifted like for 4 rep max, and we did the math from there. 2 or 3 rep max, and we did the math from there because you could kind of figure out. You can kind of figure out what your max is if you can get if you know how much you can get. If if you max out at 6 on a certain weight, you can kind of guesstimate where your max is. So I don't officially know what my max is. Hit the free hit and then we'll go away. Yeah, it seems like she doesn't have Jamia doesn't have the free hit. If you don't have the free hit, I would use your wild card. Same height as me. Hey, we're both 6 foot then, you know what I mean? If Rihanna ever meets me, I'm 6 foot. Thank you, Don, for all your feedback. You give nice streams. Love the community here. I mean, I think I'm only as good as you guys, man. You guys are awesome. I mean, you guys keep everything positive. You keep things entertaining. You guys are just great, man. And you guys do a really good job at leading a conversation. I just follow your guys' lead, man. It's like dancing. I'm just following your lead. Also, thank you so much, Henning. I already played my wild card. Ooh. You only get 1 free hit chip, but you do get 2 2 wild cards. The second one comes after Gameweek 16. If you don't have your wild card or if you don't have a wild card or free hit, you're just. I would just say you're just stuck. Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do. Oh, that is so gutting. At this point, because you don't have a free hit or a wild card, I would just say at this point you just have to get the best squad in and take the amount of hits that's going to be needed to get the best squad. Kind of use a wild card because you do get a second wild card. Alex is right. You get a second wild card after your free hit 16 after game week 16. So hopefully you have another one. What's your code? Can I look at your squad real quick? I want to see if you have an extra wild card. I don't know what my 4 rep max is. My 4 rep back in the day, man, I think my 3 rep max was 315. I think 315. I think that's what it was. It was either 2 or 3 rep max was 315. I don't remember though. Yeah, check out my team. So if you give me your team ID number, I could check out your squad, no problem. Let me just throw your team ID, which is found right here in the URL. If you could send me that, then I could check out your squad. Let me just get rid of the La Liga notifications so they don't ruin the Barcelona match for me. Back here. Also, I want to check out Scotland surfing. Should I do that real quick? Let me do that. Shout out Surfline. Not sponsored by Surfline. Europe. There's no Scotland here? It's probably UK. Scotland. What beach of those would you say is really good, Alex? Would you say which of those beaches? I'll come back to this. All right, let's go to your squad real quick. A lot, yeah, dude. You just have to, yeah. You got to eat a lot, man. You got to eat a lot. Hercules. Shout out Eddie Murphy. All right, so your name is Hercules FC. Hercules FPL, excuse me. Underrated Disney movie, by the way. Doesn't get enough love. Shout out Danny DeVito. Hercules FPL, there you go. All right, so looking at your squad. Oh, you just played your wild card. No, dang. You've used your bench boost wild card free hit triple. You've used all your chips, yeah. That's rough. That's rough. I hate to say it, but there's not much you could do now. It does hurt. It does hurt. There's nothing you could do because you've already used all your free hits, or you've used your free hit. You've used both wild cards. So the only thing that I would suggest now is to since you've already taken that many hits, I would just say take advantage. Just try to get the best team in. Treat it like a wild card. If it takes you to 70-point hit, it takes you to 70 points. But I definitely wouldn't touch anything until what, Monday? Because I think the deadline is going to be Tuesday. So I wouldn't touch anything till Tuesday, Monday. Take a break from FPL for a little bit. Come back on Monday, and then treat it like a wild card. You're gonna be taking a big hit. It is what it is. But if you set yourself up with a nice wild card, or you set yourself up with a really good squad now, treat it like a wild card, you can really take advantage of like Gameweek 19. It's like if you bring in, let's say, if you bring in a Chelsea defender, if you bring in, because you can bring in anyone now, right? Treat it like a wild card. You bring in Bamford, you bring in Rafinha, you bring in Cresswell or Soufal, you bring in KDB, Salah, Bruno Fernandes. You can set yourself up for a 100-point plus performance on in Game Week 19, and then you're right back in it, and I wouldn't worry about your wild card at that point. But it's just super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. The team you have for next week, Game Week, is good then. Yeah, you're fine. Then that 60 points sucks, but you set yourself up beautifully, and you could rebound here in the next few game weeks. I wouldn't worry about it too much then. But it definitely is super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. All right. I feel bad, man. That's rough. Oh, man. Let's go. I'm going to click on a few. Gills Bay, whatever that name is. 0.5 feet to 1 foot. Not good. Checking out some Surfline now. I know viewer just gone down a little bit, so I'll just check it out. I'm caught up on comments. 9.6 high tide. Oh, unreal. Weather's water temp's 48 degrees. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I agree, Jamia. You have a few good game weeks. If you set yourself up now and you have a few good game weeks, that minus 60 hit is a thing of the past, and now you're sitting beautifully again. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. This one's not that good. 8.8 foot high tide. That's crazy high. There's no cams here. There's no cams in Scotland. What? You don't have any cams. I was trying to see if I could see the beach, but you don't have any cams set up in Scotland. Y'all need to step it up, man. Yeah, dang. All right, listen to the best watch now. I'm looking at a terrible screen. All right, back to the squad. Yeah, Jimmy, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, it's just unfortunate. That's all I'm gonna say. Just rough. All right. Ooh, don't really have any summers. Yeah, Scotland's cold. I hear it rains like 200 plus days out of the year in Scotland. That's why it's so green. They're so east. Did I see Thurso? Anyway, I got one of my goals in life, other than going to a bunch of stadiums across Europe and going to a bunch of football matches. I think going to surfing around the world is definitely a goal of mine. All right, stream's dying down, man. Should I wrap it up? This would be the shortest stream I ever do. Dang, I've never done a 2-hour stream before. 2-hour stream? Yeah, about 2-hour stream. I've never done that before. This would be the first ever. It's just dying down a little bit. Any last comments, concerns? Please send in some questions, and I'll answer them as best as I can. And move forward. Also, if there is a game tomorrow, if the Liverpool game does not get rescheduled or postponed, I will be live streaming tomorrow after the game. just because I'm doing nothing. You know what I mean? I want to stream. Why not? My camera. So I will hopefully be streaming after the game tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Any last questions, concerns? Please get them in, or I'll wrap it up here in just a wee while. Yeah. So this is my squad. As far as my game week 18 squad, this is what it's looking like. I'll show you that while I'm at it. I have Martinez in goal, Dyer, Cancelo, Diaz, Grealish, Bruno Fernandes is my captain at the moment, but it could switch to Kane after doing a wee bit of research. I have like 10 days, so we'll see. I haven't, Miguel, don't tell me anything yet. I'm watching the Barcelona match as soon as the stream is over, but I definitely agree. What was your bet, by the way? What did you bet for the Barcelona match? This is my squad going into next week. I'm probably, the week after that, I'll show you what I'm going to do. The week after that, I'm going to take out DCL, and I might bring in, this is just a couple of thoughts. I'm going to bring in Antonio, and he will go to my bench. So I'm either going to, see if I can zoom in a wee bit so y'all can see. Swagger on 100,000 trillion. Salah will be going in for Antonio. So I just don't know how much playing time he'll get. Robbo will be going in for Basuma, obviously. And that's what my squad looks like at the moment. And right now I could either get rid of Dyer and bring in what's cooler than cool, Ice Cold Chilwell, and do this. And I can have this squad in Game Week 19. Or I could go Chilwell out and keep Dyer. Keep Dyer in. And then I could swap out Basuma for like Soucek. And I could have Soucek come in for Dyer. And it could look something like that. Or I could just leave in Dyer because Dyer goes up against Sheffield and Sheffield probably won't score in that match. And so maybe I just keep Dyer in and save and roll a transfer there. Or just use a transfer this week and not worry about... because this squad looks pretty good itself. With this squad. So I could do this, and I would have this squad going into Game Week 19. That would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would give me 10 double game weeks, and Bruno Fernandes probably is my captain for that, but it could easily be Salah. Depends on what I see tomorrow. So this is what it's going to look like. Or I could again, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. All I know is I want to hold that free transfer. I could do this. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. It'll be something along these lines. I have way too many surf cams open. Let's see. Silver Sand's a nice beach. Hannes, inner and outer. I need to check it out, man. If they had weather, it would be paradise. Yeah, for real. Hopefully any City players don't get injured on Wednesday because I've already done my transfers. I hope not. I hope they don't get injured, man. It's a long time to go. But hopefully they don't, man. Now I'm set on switching Mars and DCL. Now who would you go for Game Week 19? Okay, so for my Game Week 19, my players, I'm gonna look at the schedules real quick to make sure. All right, so for Game Week 19, the top of my want list would be just going off of double game weeks first. I mean, a West Ham player, you could get Soufal or Cresswell or even Soucek. They're pretty cheap, and West Ham have two really good fixtures. You can get them in. I wouldn't get any West Brom. I still think Spurs are good for this match against Sheffield. I still think Harry Kane, Son, and Dyer are really good for this match. Like, Dyer could come away with 6 points, which probably outscores some players in a double game week. I think United, if you have Bruno Fernandes or Marcus Rashford, I think those are good. Cavani could be a shout because I think he's back for that game, but I don't know how much playing time he gets, so I think Bruno and Rashford are the two I would want. Liverpool, obviously, no change. Salah and Robbo, because that Burnley team does not score. Leeds look good. Southampton and Brighton, both those matches look good for Leeds. Whether you want Rafinha, Bamford, Rodrigo, Dallas, I think those are really good for 19. Chelsea, I still think Chelsea defender with with Chilwell is good. And maybe even Arsenal. Arsenal play Newcastle. The thing with me, too, is you look at those teams that I mentioned. Leeds have a good run of fixtures after that. Chelsea have a good run of fixtures after that for like 6 game weeks. So if you have Chilwell, you're going to keep him the whole time. If you have Bamford, you're going to keep him for a while. If you have Liverpool, have a good run of fixtures till game week, till they play City in 4 game weeks. City have a good run of fixtures till they play Liverpool that same week. United have a good run of fixtures for quite some time as well. The only one that I worry about would be West Ham after that match. Crystal Palace, but then they have Liverpool. So, honestly, those are probably the biggest names I would say right off the bat that I would want in my squad. Who do you bring in? Atletico Madrid and Real Sociedad. Man. Atletico Madrid, dude. Yeah, those 2 teams right now are fuego. Shout out Diego Simeone, man. Absolute baller of a head coach. So as far as switching out Mars and DCL, I should answer that better. I think taking out DCL for Bamford if you don't have Bamford. If you do have Bamford, you could go Antonio's too risky. I mean, if you don't, I'll just say you don't have Bamford right now. I don't remember exactly who you had, but Bamford for DCL I think is really good, and that gives you a lot of money that you could probably upgrade Mars to Son if you don't have Son. I know it's only 1 game week, but they do play Sheffield. That has to be a good week for him. You can even drop Mahrez down to Rafinha. You could drop Mahrez down to Soucek. Maybe even Bowen might be a shout, but I wouldn't suggest Bowen too much. Those are the players on the top of my list that I would suggest to switch. If you do switch out Mahrez and bring in like a Rafinha, or you bring in Soucek, that'll give you a lot of cash. You could upgrade DCL to like Martial or even Cavani, depending on which one you would go for. Something like that, off the top of my head. Was it multiple 6 games, 5 mil? Oh, multiple games, 6 games. Oh, so you had one of them. 5, and they draw versus Ibar. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, man. Barcelona, you see this gray hair on my beard? They're giving it to me, man. They're giving it to me. Chilwell to Cancelo, Bamford to Wilson, and Nato to El Ghazi. Love it. Yeah, I love those moves. Alex, people talk about someone like Bruno and how much one player can make a difference. Look at Conte from Leicester and to Chelsea, back-to-back leagues. David Silva to Real Sociedad, and how... Yeah, I completely agree, Alex. I completely agree. I mean, Conte, dude, I talk about it here on my videos more. I talk about it on my streams, but sometimes having that one player that's either a pivot or a player who can possess the ball and really distribute really well, even if they're not the best player on the team or the most biggest goal threat, you're right, man. A huge difference. Real Sociedad, last time I checked, they're near the top of the table, like number 2 or something like that. Balling out, man. And Conte, I mean, I can't say how much I love Conte. I mean, David Silva, too. Even you look at who are some other teams that have like an unsung hero that you lose. Because, yeah, Man City are struggling to score without David Silva. You can even say the same for Henderson with Liverpool. When Henderson's out, Liverpool struggle a little bit. Who else? What are the big teams? Trying to think of some other big squads. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes at United. Bruno Fernandes has been balling with United, man. Let's see. West Ham, Leeds. I hear Basuma might be pretty big for Brighton. I will have to see tomorrow. We saw it yesterday, I guess, with Wolves scoring 3 on him. Yeah, man. I agree. Let's see. He has affected City. Good transfers. Wilson also has good fixtures. Yeah, so Wilson, sorry, you're right. Wilson also is a good fixture, a good player to bring in for DCL. He has Sheffield this week. He has Arsenal the week after. And I think the week after that, he has... dang it. I should have checked. Newcastle then have Leeds. So Wilson could be a really good shot for these next 3 game weeks. Decent fixtures, but I'm just doing a 1-week punt and get Bamford back. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Bamford as a gem would definitely be in my wild card. 100%. That dude gets so many looks. So many opportunities. Yeah, Bamford is a gem. Just read that one. I do not want a wild card, but if my team ends up a mess, might have to. Yeah, I mean... I don't think there's never a right or wrong time to wildcard. Obviously, you want to hold on to it for as long as possible, in my opinion. But if you got to use it, you got to use it. You free hit. Yeah, nice. Free hitting. Alex, free hitting. Nice. If Chelsea were to get a good new manager, it could be a big shakeup and their assets becoming good. Yeah, their fixtures. I look at their fixtures. I think I've showed it here a few times today on the stream. But their fixtures going forward, man. I mean, you have Fulham and Leicester, so that's a good 19. Wolverhampton will be pretty tough. Burnley is a good one. My camera. Burnley's a good one. But then you have Tottenham. That's a tough one. But then Sheffield and Newcastle. So out of the next 6 game weeks, not counting 18, they have a really good run of fixtures. So Chelsea assets, man, looking pretty tasty for those if they can figure it out. But the hardest part is I don't want any attacker. Right now. Even Pulisic, my baby. Wish I still had my free hit, but I get mine in Game Week 4. Use mine in Game Week 4. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you used it on accident. Huh, that's rough, man. Just got to work around it now. Ain't no thing. But a chicken wing. Shout out Outcast. I want to keep my wild card till after the window because it could completely shake up the season. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Also, I think right now a lot of the big clubs have really good fixtures. I think after like Game Week 21, 22, I think that's going to be another time that people are going to want to really change their teams around, and the template team is going to take a shake. But yeah, I don't even know who. Are there any big names that are thinking about in the January transfer window? I'm hearing. I haven't heard any. I did hear one, but for the most part, I'm not hearing too much of that January transfer window. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to know some rumors. I really want to know some rumors. I had to use my. That's right, because no team. Yeah, that's right. Modric. Oh yeah, that's right. Modric. I heard he might go to. Or I heard Jose called him. Oh yeah. Check that. On a side note, we're talking about the pivotal player. Yeah, Modric, Tony Cruz. My homie that wanted to do a podcast till his life got incredibly busy on FPL. The one that got me into FPL. He's a huge Real Madrid fan, and Modric is his favorite player. I don't know if all time, but it's one of his favorite players of all time because of how much he controls the game. He doesn't get enough credit until he won the Ballon d'Or that year. But how much he does to that team, facilitating, controlling the game, it's just, yeah, Modric is a beast, man. You'd want him as a manager. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. My wildcard team is De Gea. I like it so far. Diaz, Soufal, Wan-Bissaka, midfield, KDB, Sterling, Salah, Bowen, Fernandes, attack, Bamford. I like that. My only concern is Bowen. Only because I'm a bit jaded. Because of Bowen, because I had him for, 3 game weeks and he did nothing for me. And he hasn't been playing as much until last game week. That's my only concern looking at your squad. But other than that, man, I like Diaz. I like Soufal, Wan-Bissaka. I think is a good shout. KDB, Sterling, you're doubling up on City, but with their fixtures, I get it. I like Salah. You don't have you do have Bruno. You do have Bruno. That's good, man. You're just missing some Spurs assets, but if you don't want that, don't get it. You know what I mean? You gotta play again. I like that squad a lot. Hello, ballers. I think I will triple cap. Ooh, Fantasy Arabia triple captaining Raheem in 19. Oh, I got bars. Ooh, that's pretty gutsy, man. That's gutsy. I like it though. Oh man, you should have come away with a haul today if you would have put away that chance. Also, what were Chelsea doing on that? I was preparing like the graphics for the title or whatever, and I look up and Sterling had like 60 yards of a 1-on-1. Like Zumo got in front of him somehow. Anyway, Crystal Palace and Villa. I like that call, man. I'm super excited for you. Hopefully that Raheem triple captain pays off. Declan Rice to Chelsea, that would be big. Declan Rice to Chelsea would be pretty big. Can't get enough to bench boost, and my team is very well set for 18 with few key double game week players. Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of people. I think, I mean, you know as well as I do that a lot of people are double or bench boosting in 19. But if you don't have it, you can't. You don't want to force it just to do it. You know what I mean? Lampard wants to turn Rice to center back. No, he's really good as a pivot, as a CDM. I like Declan Rice. I don't know if I'd want him to play as a center half. Yeah. He's a ball. I agree. He's a baller in position. He's a Leipzig manager. Oh yeah, that Leipzig manager. He is phenomenal. He would be great anywhere he goes. He's definitely proved that he is worth being the top manager to go, or one of the top managers to go after. Basically, we'll drop in rank in this double game week and hope to make it on the other time. Same thing here. For me, going into game week 18, I'm gonna take a red arrow. It's inevitable. Shout out Thanos. Why did I say Thanos? Shout out Thanos. It's inevitable, right? For me, because I only have like 8 players playing. But, long game. Gotta play the long game. And you don't want to ruin your team just for one game week. Timo's old coach, Tapabunas. Oh, that's right, because Timo played for Leipzig, and he'll have a good connection because he saw Kai Havertz play for a long time. So he already has a connection with Timo and has a lot of tape and a lot of studying on Kai Havertz already. So that could be a good fit, man. He got a lot out of Timo Werner when he was his manager. So maybe that's it. So you get a good manager and someone who's already familiar with Timo. That's good. The club's only 11 years older. Dude, what they've done is nothing short of spectacular. Nothing short of spectacular. 11 years old and they're at Champions League semifinal last year? Dude. They need a documentary so I can know what they do. Because I think one of my goals in life is to be in like the front office of some sort of football club. It could just be like some tier 4 side in England. But I need to know what they did, man. What was so effective? This week so far, 51 with Salah captain. I mean, your ranking's really high, Fantasy Arabia, so it could just be... I still think you could be in for a good week with Salah captain. I mean, you could be in the 60s, 70s after this game. After that, Sancho not doing well. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I wonder if he's checked out from Dortmund mentally, or if it's the whole COVID mess is going around him, or he just... I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with Sancho, but his price tag has dropped drastically this year. Keep DCL for 18. I'm keeping DCL for one more game week. And hoping he can get some points. After that, I'm shipping him out. I'm only giving him one more game week because I need someone to play in 18. And I don't think it's worth it for me to bring in Wilson just to replace DCL because I want to bring in Soucek or Chilwell for game week 19. Or I could bring in anyone 7.5 or less, 7.7 or less. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I want to hold my transfers. That's why I'm not getting rid of DCL. Digne should be back for the next game. I don't think so. Let me check. Everton, Digne. He's starting individual training session, and in 1 week, 10 days, he will be able to train with the team. So he could be back for game week 20. He could be back for game week 19. Sorry. So Digne is getting really close. Good call. He could. I don't know if he won't be back for 18, but maybe 19. He could be back for 18. You never know. Keep an eye on that. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Wolves need a striker, and we know he has to be Portuguese. Christie, anyone? No way. Cristiano goes to Wolverhampton. I heard. Yeah, I'm hearing. That'd be hilarious though. I do hear that Diogo Costa might be going to Wolves. Might be going to Wolverhampton. That's right. Good call, Alex. What price do you think he'll be? He can't be anything more than Cavani is, because Cavani is. I mean, I would assume he'd have to be like 8 mil, 7.5, right? Because Cavani came in at 8, and Cavani plays for United and has probably been playing better than he has over the past few years. Diego Costa. It'd be interesting to see what price he is if he does go to Wolverhampton. Now, 10 players playing in game week 18. That is what dreams are made of right there. Shout out Pusha T. Bad week for defenders. Too many late goals. Dude. That Hudson-Odoi goal is going to give me nightmares tonight. I'm going to... I couldn't believe it when I saw it. All I needed to do was like 30 seconds. That's all that was left in the match, 30 seconds. Unreal, man. Unreal. Just a shot to the heart, and you're too late. Yeah, tough, man. I take Costa back at Chelsea, one of my favorite ever strikers. He was so good with Chelsea. The thing about Costa is he just plays with so much heart. So much heart. He does get a lot of red cards though, man, and he does call refs some. I think I was watching a game where Let's Go played against Barcelona, and he got kicked out for saying something super vulgar in Spanish. But anyway, plays hard. Sancho Hart is at United. I mean, you hear all these rumors about how you're going to United. He grew up in England, so I mean, just rough to go back to Dortmund. I would imagine maybe that's what it is. I think he would have scored more returning to Let's Go, but he was more of a facilitator, the second man. Yeah, I agree. You still want him, Kobe? Good question. I like the idea of Costa at Wolves. Me too. It gives them a striker that they desperately need right now. Fabio Silva might be good in the future, but not right now. And he could be a great shout. 2021 has a good vibe. I hope so, man. Knock on wood. Off to a good start so far, other than DCL blanking. I reckon he would get goals, knows the league as well. Yeah, so he doesn't have to worry about adapting to the Premier League as much because he's already played in it. And he played it on a Chelsea squad who were really good at the time. And if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I think it's a great shout. It speaks Portuguese, so he's gonna fit in really well. On a side note, nothing makes me laugh more than watching Wolverhampton staff. File up Troy before he takes pitch. Yeah, they grease him up, right? So no one could grab him. That dude is so strong. I appreciate that, FPL Fantasy Arabia. I appreciate that, man. He's a free agent. Yeah, it reminds me of that scene in The Simpsons when the groundskeeper Willie asked the dinner lady to grease him up. It is. I didn't know they did that this whole time, man. But they really do be greasing up Traore. That's why. I mean, he was already huge as it is, but that dude looking swole every time, man. Shout out La Macias. No, Dortmund would ask 108 for Sancho, and especially when you could get players like Adama and Maximin for half the price. I don't think if you're bringing in Adama, Traore, and Saint Maximin, I don't think that they play all. I don't think they really play for United. Maybe like cup games. No disrespect to Saint Max, but I just don't see it. Sancho, not Motley Fool. Why'd I put that? I want to see what his price tag is right now. Sucks had Cancelo too. Justin Owners. Yeah, that's right. James Justin as well. James Justin was on like 3 bonus points and a clean sheet. And he goes off, gives up a goal, and gets a yellow card in a matter of 30 seconds from what I was hearing. Just tough, man. Yeah, so his current value is 110 mil. Transfer market had him at 143 in American dollars. Last season, now he's down to 110 mil in American dollars, which is 80 mil euros? Jeez. Rough. Let's see. That Cancelo one hurts, man. That Cancelo one hurts so bad. Adama had a favorite at Wolves. I think this is his first assist he's had in a year of Premier League play, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was a year, but it was definitely a really long time. But it was his first assist in a long time, man. Wolves can't believe Wolves paid $35 million for Fabio Silva. Right now, it's looking like a lot of cash. I mean, the crazy one to me right now is Sheffield playing, 40 mil for Brewster? That one's crazy to me. Apparently, Traore doesn't go to the gym. That's what I hear, too. He doesn't go to the gym, and he's huge. There are a few athletes I've seen like that, like Bo Jackson. If you guys know who Bo Jackson is, he's one of the greatest athletes of all time. He played both professional baseball and professional American football. That dude ran you guys don't know 40 time. That dude was if he was in FIFA, he would have a 99 pace for real. He's faster than Mbappe. This dude is fast. He weighed like 230. You guys don't do pounds either. This dude was built like this and was ran like a 4.2, 4.3, 40, which again doesn't mean much. He had a 99 pace, 98 pace, and he never lifted. He was just gifted, man. Let's see. Check him out, dude. Absolutely incredible athlete. Same with Traore. PSG and City monitoring Kane negotiations. That's right. I forgot about that. I heard City are going to offer 100 mil for Kane, which is pretty cheap. I'm quite shocked it's actually going to be that cheap. I wonder what his transfer value is. Harry Kane, Tottenham Hotspurs. Market value is 132 mil in American dollars. Let's see. Market details. If he went to City, oh my gosh. He's good with Tottenham, period. He's already had 10 goals and 10 assists this season. He's the first one to do it. But imagine him at City with Kevin De Bruyne facilitating for him. He'd have to be his selection rate would be 90% of active squads. He already is high as it is. Traore is a trap made up by FPL. Yeah, FPL Twitter community loves Traore, man. I mean, they did last season, but this year he's taking a huge back seat. Do I agree Twitter can influence your decision-making process? Absolutely. I've officially gone off Twitter for the most part lately. I mean, I still jump on in the weekends and when games go on just to tweet. And I still try to go on so I could see Fantasy Football Scout give their updated injury news and whatnot. So that stuff's good, but for the most part, it could convince me so much. I made a pact about a month ago to stay off of Twitter when I was making decisions and who to captain, who to bring in, because it's such a big impact. Like there are weeks where I would captain, like for instance, I captained Harry Kane one week, and everyone was saying Salah, and I went on to Twitter after I made my decision, and people were captain Kane, and they were like, "Why would you captain him when Salah has the best choice?" Kane came away with the haul. There are times where like if you go on to Twitter right now, you would have Soucek tomorrow. Like people love Soucek. He's like the new Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Now that's a good thing because Soucek has been balling. But there are times where like Harvey Barnes becomes a huge thing, and everyone's like, "Get Harvey Barnes in," or people say, "Get in." I don't want to say any name and throw anybody else's name under the bus, but yeah, it definitely influences your decisions. That's why I've jumped off of Twitter for the most part. He does. I think it came out a translation. I think it came out as a translation issue. Oh, okay. So he is huge, man. But yeah, Bo Jackson just did push-ups. That's all he ever did. That's the point of my talking about Bo Jackson. I forgot what the point was. When Bo Jackson was playing American football, he couldn't go to the gym and lift weights as much as everyone else because he would get too big and he would lose his functionality and not be as fast and as agile as before. Isn't that crazy? He was getting too big. Don, would you rather score an overhead kick for Barcelona in the Champions League or dunk over LeBron in the playoffs final? Overhead Champions League. Yeah, I mean, dunking over LeBron in the playoffs. Oh, that's actually a good question. The only problem with me dunking over LeBron in the playoff finals is LeBron plays for the Lakers, and that would be. Actually, at that point, I wouldn't care. Put me on the Celtics. If I'm playing professional basketball, I'm going for the Celtics. I'm like Paul Pierce. But I wouldn't be carried off in a wheelchair. Did my stream go? Did I lose Wi-Fi? No, it's just my phone. I think it's my phone. A good question, man. I think for me, an overhead kick in the Champions League would just be, that would be surreal. That would be unbelievable. Because I'm gonna go overhead kick. I've never scored an overhead kick in my life. I attempted it one time and missed, and I never went for it after that. Yeah, tell me my hair was messed up. Dele Alli to PSG. Oh, that's yeah. Dele Alli to PSG, man. Honestly, I hope he does. I hope he does go. He deserves playing time, man. He was so good. 2-3 years ago? He's fallen out of favor big time at Spurs. So I think I want him to have a second chance. Who's faster, Alphonso Davies or Adama? I'm probably gonna say Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies looks that fast to me. I think for me, Alphonso Davies is probably. That's a tough one, but I'm going Davies. Should I play Target or Mitchell in the Game Week 18? Big fan, but hey, thank you so much, Yvonne. That means a lot. As far as who to play in Game Week 18, let's see. I'd probably say Mitchell. I just don't see a clean sheet. If we're playing the odds, I don't like either of them, to be completely honest. But I think Arsenal, other than today, they have a tough time scoring. They scored well today. They scored well last week, so maybe they are scoring well. Man, that's so hard. Because I think, let me see. Because Arsenal, they scored 4 against West Brom, 1 against Brighton, 3 against Chelsea. So they're averaging a good amount over the last few. And as far as Tottenham and Crystal Palace, they're not doing too well offensively other than last week or this week. And that was against Leeds, who struggle. Man, it is cold in my garage. I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah, this one's so tough. I would like to do some research before I fully commented on that one, Yvonne. I would like to do some more research. But off the top of my head, I'd probably say, let's see what Crystal Palace has done lately. That's not what I want to see. Let me see what Crystal Palace has done lately defensively. I know they had a clean sheet against Sheffield, but it's Sheffield 1-1 versus Leicester. Gave up 3 to Villa. Yeah, I'd probably. If you comment on one of my videos, I'll get back to you with better answer later in the week when I'm able to do some more research. But I agree. On a side note, I agree with FPL Fantasy Arabia. Make your own decision. Yeah. But going back, I would probably play. I'd probably play Mitchell over Target, but I wouldn't be happy about it. Target's the safer option, but that's so tough. FPL Fantasy Arabia brings up a great point. Make your own decision and have fun. It's a game and play with passion. I agree. I try to give my best advice that I can here, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you feel is best for your team. And if you feel that Mitchell is better to play than Target, play Mitchell. If you feel, and vice versa. If you feel like, for example, I give my advice that, let's say next week I say Bruno Fernandes is the best captaincy pick, but you say Kane is, and Kane goes off. I mean, go with your gut. Go with what you feel is best. I'm just here to give the best advice that I can give. But yeah, go with what you feel is best. Isco to Arsenal. That'd be sweet. Isco to Arsenal would be sweet. I'm a big Isco fan, even though he plays for Madrid. You from what part of California? I'm from Southern California. So I was born in Long Beach, and I moved to essentially North Orange County as a kid. I grew up in the same city as, little known fact. Actually, I don't want to say what city I'm in. I grew up around, who grew up? Gwen Stefani grew up around me. Tiger Woods grew up around me. Who else? Bobby Wood, for any American soccer players, football players. Yeah, so I'm from Southern California. Vince Staples went to my rival high school for a little bit. Snoop D-O-Dub. Did you hear Barcelona offered United $150 for Rashford? Are you serious? I heard they offered for Rashford, but I didn't know it was $150. Oh my goodness. Whew. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. I wonder what Rashford's I'm gonna look that up right now. We're since we're wrapping up the stream here in a little bit, I'm gonna look up what Marcus Rashford's transfer. Why can't I spell? Let's get other surfing ones out of here. Marcus Rashford's Skadoosh. 88 mil is what he's. That's classic Barcelona. He's valued at 88 million and we give 150. Classic Barcelona. Phew. It's like they negotiate almost like Patrick Starr. When he's asking for wishes from what's his name? The Flying Dutchman. 3 wishes, 2. You know what I mean? That's what Barcelona do. Anyway. Don, speaking of great athletes, have you heard of Max? No, I will check him out right now. He won Wimbledon, an Olympic gold medal, played football and cricket for England. Whoa, and a 147. I got to check him out for show. That is incredible. Oh my goodness. Which player you always wanted but never able to get him for whatever reason? FPL wise, right now it's Son. I just can't get him into my squad. If I get him into my squad, I'd have to get rid of Grealish, Bruno Fernandes, or Mo Salah, and I'm not doing that. And so Son's probably the one that escapes me, that hurts. Other than that, KDB as well. KDB, if we're going cheaper options, Soucek hurts. I never really wanted him in my squad though, and that's what hurts about it. Dang. Yeah, probably Son and KDB. I can't bring him in. Last year it was Lord Lundstrom. I joined FPL like 2 days before season started, and I had no idea who Lundstrom was. And then the first week went, and he scored a goal like the first or second week, and I was like, wow, this guy scored. And then I saw his price jump up like crazy, and then I realized what was happening, and I was like, oh, I'm too late for it. And then like come game week 10, I still didn't have Lundstrom. Everyone else did. He had like 100 points by this time, and I was just too stubborn to bring him in. Yeah, Lundstrom, man. Should I wildcard now? I don't have a free hit. It all depends on your squad. So if you have a squad that needs some surgery and needs to swap out some players, then yeah, I would wildcard, right? If you have a squad that still looks really good for 18, 19, or even going in further, because I think it's good to look beyond 19, I think then I would keep my wild card. So it all depends. If you could give me your ID, your team ID, which is located right here. If you don't know, now you know. It's right there. If you give me that ID, I could help you out and decide and help you give advice. Soucek hit the ground running for me. Soucek, man. Yeah, if you have Soucek, what a great player to have in your FPL squad. First week, so Lundstrom scored first week. I did not have him first week. I had no idea who he was. I didn't even know how to play the game last season. And yeah, dude, that one hurt so bad, man. Lundstrom. I think I brought him in like game week 13 or 14, and he had like a bunch of 1 or 2 pointers at that time, and then I got rid of him. Lundstrom, man, kills me. Soucek as well. Mr. Nima, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Thank you so much. I think that's gonna wrap it up here. I think I'm gonna call it a stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow after the Liverpool match if it goes through. I appreciate everyone for showing up, man. I guess I'll just should I just wrap it up right now? Yeah, I'll wrap it up right now. Any last questions, comments, please get them in, and then I'll call it a day and go watch Barcelona. Hopefully not disappoint me today. Thank you so much for everybody. Just saw a comment as I was getting. That's why it sounded weird. He's played 4 games for me. Scored 35 points. Oh, Soucek, man. I'm so jealous of everyone who owns Soucek, but I still don't want to bring him in. How crazy is that for me saying? Thanks, Shardul, for showing up. Shardul, baby, we did it. Captain Harry Kane, it paid off, man. I just don't want to bring in Soucek. I don't know what it is. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow after the Liverpool match. What time is that match at? That match is at 12 o'clock. That's going to be late. So I'm not going to start streaming until 10 o'clock at UK time. That is late. All right. Well, thanks everyone for showing up. I appreciate y'all. Tijas. Okay, I got to answer this one real quick. I have 8 players not playing, so that's why I asked for the wild card. Ooh, that one does hurt. You already used your free hit. That one's hard because I think if you were a wild card, you could get a solid squad that have both games in 18 and double in 19. So you could bring in like Kevin De Bruyne, you could bring in Bruno Fernandes. I think Harry Kane and Son are still a really good option in that price. Cancelo, you could bring in. I think so. I think you could. 8 players. So you have 8 players not playing. You have. Would that give you 5 players? How many players do you have playing? Are you counting your bench and not playing? And what are your players that you have playing? Check that. Let me rewind. Record scratch. What players do you have? See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, Kobe, Alex, Shardul, FPL Fantasy Arabia, Mr. Enigma. I appreciate everyone. D Production. I saw everyone that was here, man. But going back to Haas real quick. What players do you have playing? I think that's important to know as well. Because if you have like 5 or 6, I want to know what players you have. But that's tough. Thanks everyone for showing up, by the way. If you were to wild card, I guess it would be a good time to wild card if you have that many players not playing, because you could bring in. Yeah, I think so. Because if you have 8 players not playing, that gives you, because you have 14 playing players, that gives you 6. 6 isn't bad. It would depend on what the 6 are. It would have to depend on what the 6 are. Okay, so you have Salah, Fernandes, Grealish. So Bruno's going to be playing. That's a good capsy pick right there. Grealish will be playing. Salah misses. That one hurts. Salah not playing. You could just drop him down to KDB if you really wanted to get some players in. But I like holding on to Salah. Mitchell, I don't know if Mitchell plays week in, week out, but he has a starting gig right now. Kane is solid for that week. DCL looks good for that week, maybe. So you have Fernandes, Grealish, Kane, Mitchell, DCL. So you only have... Yeah, that's tough. That's tough because you don't have any City players. It hurts me to say, but I think that maybe using a wild card might be really good, because then it'll allow you to get in some City defenders, maybe KDB. I think maybe I would do so if I were you. It would hurt not to do. It would hurt for me to use it. I mean, if you wanted to save it, you could take the 6 players you have, take the red arrow and just take it off the chin, the red arrow that you get. But I think that maybe that wild card might be really effective, because you can get a solid squad for not only Game Week 18, but I think you can get a really solid squad with those players that play in 18 and double Game Week 19. You can get a solid squad for the next 6 game weeks. Thoughts on 3 Spurs players breaking COVID rules? I have not heard that. I have not heard that. I'm gonna look that up as soon as the stream is over. Then, if that's the case, man, that makes sense. Why, or adds to why What's his? Reguilon didn't play. Don, what's happening? Moving Salah out for. Oh, I guess I have some questions to ask. Yeah, I'm wrapping up the stream right now, so I'm gonna end it on this last comment with Will. Don, what's happening? Got 58 points right now, Will. That's what's happening. Good week for me. Moving Salah out for Sterling or De Bruyne next game week for the next few weeks. Thoughts? I think it's hard for me to give up Salah. Whoop whoop. Oh, my camera died. Dang it. All right, I'll end this one with me webcam. No, that's not what I want. I want that. Capture device. Come on, son. Integrate a webcam. All right. So I kind of like bringing in KDB because I expect De Bruyne to outscore Mo Salah over the next 2 game weeks. Because he has United in 19 and Tottenham in 20. And the only good one he has is Burnley in 19, right? So and we look at what KDB has fixture wise. He has Crystal Palace and Villa, then West Brom, Sheffield, Burnley. So I kind of like the idea of getting De Bruyne in for Salah. I think he outscores Salah these next 3 game weeks. But for me, I'm just gonna hold on to. I have a lot of thinking to do with that. I'm probably gonna hold Salah, but I do like bringing in KDB for Mo. That's all I'll leave. All right, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for showing up. Catch y'all tomorrow after the Liverpool match. Thank you, Owen, for showing up, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys and how humble y'all make me feel every week. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Stay safe. Take some time out of your day to make someone smile. I don't know. What else should I say, man, before I exit? I don't know. Eat your veggies. Eat some fruit. Something like that. Stay safe. Make someone smile. Love y'all, man. Take care.